Yo, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? I've got my headphones in. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? What am I doing? Ill prepared. But we move. What's going on? Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check. What's happening, people? Can you hear me? Welcome back to the Random Show. We are live. We are ready to rock. Ready to rock. Big everybody tuning in. Big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate all of you for tuning in and hanging out with me. We are here right now doing the damn thing. You feel me? Let me get all this shit all locked and ready to go. Apologies for this. What's happening, people? What's crack-a-lacking, my people? How you doing? Let me know how you doing. What's the deal, people? What's the deal? I see you, LB. Wagwan LB, I see you there, LB, my G. What's going on, LB? Bang your doors, LB. Abe Martinez, what's going on, my guy? What's going on? What's going on, Pre-ban for Loco? What's good? Young God Vibes, what's happening? Pre-ban for Loco, I see you. Theodore, I see you. Micah Miller, I see you. Big up everybody that's tuning in right now. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining another episode of the Random Show. We are back like Cook Kriyazaza. Can't say that word so soon. But yeah, let's go. We're here, ready to rock. We are ready to flip and rock. So happy to be here with you today. Extremely happy to be here with you today. So I hope you are happy to be here with me today too. You get me? We're doing the damn thing. We've got so much to cover today. So much to flip and cover. So let's just rock on. You feel me? Let's just rock on. Let's just rock on. Let's go. What's happening? Yo, big up. Of course, always Micah Mills. I got your back, brother. I got your back. Always big up. Big up Micah Mills in the house. Big up Abe Martinez, NJ Ranger, Chris Mack, Andy Ward, Boba Fett. I see you. What's happening, people? Cool, let's rock on. Let's go straight into it, innit? Let's not waste any more time. I got myself a nice little ginger turmeric thing. If you can see there, right? Hopefully my fucking massive hands on block shit. But I've got some ginger turmeric thing. Can you see that? Some ginger turmeric shot. So if you hear me taking some big gulps, don't worry. I'm not nibbling on someone's penis. I'm just drinking some turmeric and ginger, okay? I'm not nibbling on somebody's penis. I'm just taking in some ginger and turmeric straight to the blood clot face. So do not be alarmed. Wherever you may be. It's not penis, I promise you. Yo, big up Asad Aziz. Appreciate you, brother.
UAV online.
UAV on. What's that? What's UAV online mean? I don't know what that means, brother. I don't know what UAV online means, brother. I'm not too hip when it comes to acronyms and stuff. Big up Abe Martinez.
Your head is floating. The camo completely hides you.
You're so stupid, man. I knew someone was gonna make some type of camouflage joke, and it had to be you, and it have to be fucking you. Big up Asad Aziz. Sorry, no, big up Asad Aziz. Big up Abe Martinez. Actually, it's one of you two anyway. One of you two had to do it, so I'm not surprised. Either Abe Martinez, Asad Aziz, or maybe NJ Ranger would have went for a fucking camo joke. I'm not surprised. You're all in the same group. You're all my ops. Big up my ops. Big up the double A crew. But yeah, let's continue. UAV, you know. Who's this? Oh, NJ Ranger. Okay.
Enemy AC 130 inbound.
You guys are cunts, man. You guys are fucking cunts. I swear to God, man. I can't just wear stuff. You guys are fucking cunts. Now I get what. Now I get what Asad Aziz was saying. Now I understand what he was saying. Now I get the UAV. Okay. Now I get completely what he was saying. It's all coming in there. That was like a triple decker insult. I didn't understand what UAV was. Then Martinez coming in Major. That was a triple decker insult, man. One after the other. Oh, whatever. I ain't listening to y'all haters. Bound. That's so rude, man. Anyway, let's continue. You guys are so stupid. Let's continue. So, before we continue, I wanted to get some feedback from you guys today. So I put up a little poll on my community page. I'm sure some of you don't check it because I rarely check people's community pages. So I'm just going to alert you to the vote right now. So I put this vote up on my community page regarding what I want to do in terms of membership content going forward. So I do have some plans to make specific members only videos, but for the time being, the plan was I would stream, let's say 6 times per week, and the one day, maybe it was a Wednesday, maybe it was a Friday, one of those streams per week, I'd make it members only. Now some people aren't happy about that and have stressed that they would prefer I just leave the random show live streams available for everyone to watch, and then I make specific members only content because the live streams are what they come here to watch. Cool, no problem. But I thought maybe the way I was doing it wasn't too bad, so I decided to put up a poll for you guys to decide, and then whatever you guys decide, I will go with that decision. So if you haven't checked it already, please do check it. The link should be in the. How do I get the community? I've got to get the chat up again, don't I? Fuck. Right, cool. Bear with me 1 second. I don't have the chat loaded, do I? Damn it. Okay, cool. Let me just do it here. Bear with me. So I'll do it on my other computer. But I would appreciate it if you haven't checked it out already. Please go to my community tab on my flipping channel and please make sure you vote, because I'll be closing the vote probably tomorrow, and whatever you guys decide, I will end up doing. So if you wanna have your say in how I do my members content on this particular channel, please let me know, and whatever you guys decide, I will go with, no problem whatsoever. So if you rather I just do members only content that isn't the live stream, please let me know in that flipping poll. If you're okay with me doing it now where I do like 1 stream per week, that is a members only, obviously vote for that. And if you don't give a fuck, ask Shay. You get me? It's not that big of a deal. So please do so. That'll be greatly appreciated. I would really appreciate some of your feedback in there, so please let me know. Yo, big up NJ Ranger for being a member, brother. Appreciate you. You're a fucking legend. Thank you for the support. So yeah, please vote as soon as you can. The vote will probably close tomorrow. Just giving you a heads up. It's on my membership tab. Check it out. Sorry, it's on my community tab on my channel. So please do check it out if you can. Please do check it out if you can. I'll be so appreciative if you do that. Okay? Cool. Alright, let's go. Move on. Let's get straight into it. This video was posted on the Discord. So if you're not a member of the Discord, please join the Discord. There's loads of great people in the Discord, always offering some good suggestions of things I should watch and check out. I'm actually going to add a new link of the Discord here. So this guy is called Lion Mews or Meows. How do you say that? Is that Mews or is that Meows? I think that's Meows. Lion Meows. The title of the video is Kill Tony Just Won't Go Away and Stop Destroying the World. So we're going to watch this a little bit and react to it. So this was recommended in the Discord. So please, if you have any suggestions, join the Discord, add the link in the video section of the server. And of course, if it's any good, I will of course talk about it on the stream. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And also you got the added benefit of hanging out with some good people here. So please do that too. Okay. So let me get up the flipping. I'll get a new. Let me get a new link for the Discord because they always kind of erase themselves. So I've got a little new link here for those of you that want to join the Discord. I'll put that in the chat now. There's a new link right there. Enjoy. And I'm also going to update the description to put this new link in there. So make sure you join the Discord and you can recommend some videos and all that great nonsense. You get me? Everything easy, everything irie. What is that? Is that the new link? Huh. Why isn't it saving it then? Boom. Cool. Okay, boom. Saved. Okie dokie. So let's hear what Lion Meows have to say about Kill Tony. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit of a Kill Tony apologist. Because most of comedy content is pretty shit and the same shit. It's just guys sitting around a table talking about current topics and not really trying to be funny. Any show that's a little bit different and tries to make a bit of an effort to be funny, I will give them a lot more bly. I'll give them a lot more benefit of the doubt. I'll give it a lot more license. I'll give them a lot more, you know, rope or whatever, room, whatever, to make mistakes. So I don't really see the negative or the bad that you guys see in Kill Tony. I know it can be a bit lame and a bit corny, and the people up there can be a little bit embarrassing, and sometimes the comedians can be a little bit cringe. But I think overall, in terms of entertainment, it's not too shabby. And I bet you it's pretty fun in person. Yeah, I know Tony Hinchcliffe's annoying. I know Red Band's a flipping disaster. But I bet you Kill Tony's pretty fun in person. So I'm not the biggest hater of Kill Tony. I don't watch it all the time. I'll check it out here from time to time if I can. But I don't see what's so bad about it. But maybe this Lion Meows guy will change our opinion. So let's hear what he has to say about Kill Tony.
Guys, I have a problem. Kill Tony is infecting every area of my life. You know, since I've been making these videos, I can't escape Kill Tony. You know, my biggest wish, my biggest desire of all time would be that Kill Tony would just disappear.
Jesus Christ.
And go away. I no longer have to see Kill Tony, Tony Hinchcliffe, Tony, and him, his little short man just strutting in there. What do you do?
So I guess some people just can't get past Tony then. Tony's so annoying that people can't enjoy Kill Tony. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I can look past Tony Hinchcliffe and just enjoy the show. But I guess if you really, really, really dislike Tony, it's not gonna happen. Oh yeah, I didn't even clock that. Big up Charles Lucas. Yeah, that is a very big mic, very obnoxiously big mic. He's not fucking playing around. That's a very obnoxious big mic, isn't it? It's a good little thing to have in your setup as well. Big up him.
What do you do for a living? I wish it would go away.
Weirdly enough, his mic kind of looks like my head. His mic kind of looks like my head, innit? Well, I don't have a hat on or something. That's what his mic looks like.
I wish so much it would go away. But it doesn't. It doesn't. Instead, it just pops up into areas of my life. It's causing me to collapse up here. You know, first thing this morning, right? I wake up. I have to do some things, and I get ready to go do some things. And I see I have a message. It's my girlfriend. She's asleep right now. She worked late last night, and she told me something. She told me something just so I can enjoy it first thing. And then I know that this Kill Tony ghost, this infection, is everywhere. I know you're asleep, but all the dudes and one dumb girl in the break room are talking about how much they love Kill Tony and how one spent something like $500 for a meet and greet with Kill Tony, or Tony, sorry, and only got to meet him for 5 minutes.
Wow. Niggas are paying for meet and greets to meet Tony Hinchcliffe. No way. I kind of understand why comedians go on the road, innit? Especially comedians who don't like their wives, or just never gonna give up being fucking road, you know, never gonna give up the life of fucking randoms. The big up Disease, appreciate you, bro.
I don't hate the style of show, I'm just homophobic.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You just don't get down with down low men, innit? You just don't get down with down low men. If you're gonna be gay, just be gay and proud. None of that down low shit. Okay, fair play, fair play. I understand why comedians go on a road so often, because if Kill Tony, which I don't think is a show that would warrant you doing a meet and greet, it's probably funner to meet the people who are on stage, or just bump into the comics that were judging at the bar later in the evening. I wouldn't really see the need to do a meet and greet. I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't make sense. But if they can charge, or if they can make £500 or $500, sorry, for meet and greets, just imagine what other comedians are making, charging for meet and greets. So they must make a killing on the road, these comedians. apart from what they get from like selling tickets, or maybe they get a bar split, they probably get so much money on the road from meet and greets, from like gullible, naive, or just, you know, simple fans who just like to meet the people that they kind of listen to every single hour, every single day. I couldn't imagine paying for a meet and greet personally. Would never ever do it. But I'm also not the best person to kind of judge those type of things, because I feel like I don't show my fan love that way. I'll show my fan love by like buying merch, buying a ticket to a show, but I'm not gonna like pay for a meet and greet. That sounds incredibly stupid. I'd rather meet you in real life if I do get a chance to meet you, just by happen chance, as opposed to like, you know, this weird forced thing where you have to queue up in a queue in front of a table and then do this weird forced small talk and get a weird awkward picture, tell them how much I love them, and then just nod and look over my shoulder at the next person. I'm not for that really, but credit to the people that can do it. But Jesus Christ, $500, that's crazy.
Sounds like a scam, right? Well, Kill Tony is a scam, but nobody realizes it. And that sent me down a spiraling rabbit hole psychedelic thing.
Why is it a scam?
And I just thought about who actually likes Kill Tony.
I do.
Who are these people?
I do.
And I couldn't think about it. And then I remembered a quote. 80% of the people on this planet are stupid.
Oh, come on. That's not fair. That's not fair. Everyone that likes Kill Tony is stupid. That's not fair. And I also think that quote is off. I don't think there's 80% of people on this planet are stupid. That doesn't make any sense. But that's really unfair, man. So I like Kill Tony. I got to be stupid. I can't just like a little bit of fun entertainment. A little bit of silly entertainment. Come on, man.
And we'll just follow things and we'll like stupid things for no reason you can explain. It's a good statistic. And I go, oh, so the Kill Tony people are stupid. So I said, I have direction now. I have direction. And I started thinking, what kind of people like pretentious, trashy, dumb stuff that nobody else likes? What type of stupid people like stuff that nobody else likes?
Me!
And it hit me. You know who likes Kill Tony?
Who?
You know who likes Kill Tony?
Who?
People that go to pub quizzes.
Okay. That I disagree with. That I disagree with, because pub quizzes can be fun. Pub quizzes can be fun. I don't go to them myself. The last one I used to go to was at this legendary, basement bar that I used to go to back in the day. I used to promote club nights at, called the Alibi in Dawson. They used to have really good pub quizzes that you'd go to. But I didn't take part in the pub quiz. I just go there to drink and get fucking smashed and try and smash on some slows. Do you know what I mean? But Jesus, man, I feel like he's like attacking me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, like calling me stupid, saying, you know, people that like this like pub quizzes, and I also like pub quizzes. He's proper reading me down right now. I'm not liking this. I'm not enjoying this whatsoever.
People that like David Lynch movies. People that...
What's wrong with David Lynch? What the fuck is going on? What's wrong with David Lynch? R.I.P. to the legend. What's wrong with David Lynch? What the fuck?
gather in houses and reenact Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I don't do that. I don't have friends, and I don't like to hang up in groups of people. And I keep myself to myself. So that's something I'm not. I don't do that sort of stuff.
Those are the people that like Kill Tony. The weirdos. Not just the weirdos, but the weirdos nobody likes. And there happens to be a...
Well, a lot of people on the TFATK subreddit would agree with that one. They don't like me on there, so yeah. Maybe I am this person.
A lot of them in the world. Look at our politicians. It's all the stupid people. They have to have control. They have to put out bad comedy that then causes inflation in our economy, causes us to pay more for groceries, and it all starts with bad comedy.
So I'm the reason why we're all paying like £10 for like 12 eggs. I'm the reason why we're paying like £15 for a bottle of like, I don't know, 500 milliliters of fucking olive oil. Am I the reason for that? Shit.
And this Kill Tony keeps popping up. And I learned it can't be stopped. You know, the people on Kill Tony, David Lucas has done some crazy stuff. Ari Shafir has done some crazy stuff. Kill Tony himself has done some crazy stuff and is scared to put out his own special because we all know. And no matter what they do, no matter how bad, the show just goes on. And it hurts my soul so much. And I cried about it for days. Literally, days. And I couldn't figure out until one moment I had some clarity. There's a silver lining in Kill Tony still existing. And that is that it doesn't matter what you do, who you are, dumb people will still like you. So do what you want, because there are so many dumb people out there waiting to support you and say your name. I know I have. Smart people support. But
okay,
I'm a dumb person too.
God
that you
damn.
can like. So go like, subscribe. The silver lining is there. Kill Tony still exists. And why don't you give it a try? Because there's some dumb person waiting to love you.
That kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of hurt, but he's kind of accurate. That kind of hurt. That felt a little bit like I was under attack. I went into this completely blind. I hadn't watched this video prior. If I did screen it, I probably wouldn't have played it. If I would have screened this video prior, I probably wouldn't have played this on stream because I felt like I got attacked on my own freaking show. Alright? And that was really out of order. I got called out for liking Kill Tony. I got called stupid. I got called... I was accused of being responsible for flipping inflation. Jesus Christos. Anyway, I'm still going to die on that hill. Kill Tony isn't that bad. I'm dying on the hill that Kill Tony isn't that bad, and some of the hate that it gets is over the top and unnecessary. That's the hill I'm going to die on. It's not that bad. You can fight me later. You can fight me later. But big up Lion Muse or Lion Meows. Muse, Meows, however you fucking say it. There's a channel. Subscribe. Check him out. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Oh, my like. What's happening? There you go. Boom. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. What else we got here? Yeah, let's do a bit of Dave Chappelle Saturday Night Live. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked, but it should be okay. Let's watch a little bit. I want to see a couple minutes of this and see what he's saying. What's the flavor? Because I haven't seen this. Dave Chappelle's stand-up monologue 2025 for SNL. Let's see what happened. Happened just the other day. So I want to see what Dave Chappelle was doing. I haven't seen this just yet. Let's peep what Dave Chappelle's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Chappelle!
Go on, David. I immediately don't like this. I immediately don't like the white sneakers with the suit. I think that kind of just looks a bit crappy. The suit also doesn't look like it fits too well. Too many creases and clumps and bunches everywhere. But I specifically hate white sneakers with dark suits. Makes no sense. I automatically hate sneakers with suits anyway. Just wear a nice pair of shoes, a nice pair of brogues, a nice loafer, a nice fucking Chelsea boot would make that look incredibly clean. There's no need for the sneaker. Just allow it. Are you a big Joe Ranger?
Don't watch. NBC will strike the stream.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you, NJ Ranger, for saving me there. For saving me. Saving me. You're a legend. You are a legend. Okay, cool. We move. This will be a members only video then. This will be a members only video. Thank you, NJ Ranger. Appreciate you. So let's move on. Let's watch this. Courtesy of Saturated Content, another channel that I really like, covering World of T-Shirts massive meltdown. Some of you guys introduced me to this person before. I forgot who introduced me to him. Whoever you are in the stream chat, big up you. Somebody introduced me to this crazy dude who drinks and is a little bit maybe has some issues. So this is a video courtesy of the channel Saturated Content. Let's check it out. Yo, being an alcoholic and also having like mental issues or having like, you know, developmental issues must be quite fun in it. It must be pretty fun to be an alcoholic and to also have like, you know, actual issues. It must be legitimately fun to get prescription medication to help you with your issues and then be doubling it up with some beer, with some alcohol. Woohoo, that must be a ride. Yo, he does well with the booze, isn't it? He's smashing the drink. Jesus Christ. Wow.
So our boy is back in Europe yet again. He is currently...
Big up Sada Aziz.
I've seen his crash out clips and he always screams, "I'm from the Bronx." I laugh every time.
Yeah, he's from the Bronx. He's being real. He's being flipping real. I love that shit. BX stand up. BX stand up. Big up.
Perusing his way through Belfast, and he was just in Dublin, I believe, and he's not having a good time.
Yeah, big up Young Old Vibes, exactly. Lexapro, exactly. Lexapro and Patron go very well together. Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Surprise, surprise. He, and we'll get to it a little bit later in the video, but he's mentioning that he thinks he has to get more remote off the map. And that's going to avoid all the trolling. Because initially, for a long time...
Oh yeah, big up Chris Mack. Sorry, I forgot to say, I saw your thing. I was exaggerating with the egg prices. 12 eggs in the UK. Depends where you buy them from. If you get them for like a Tesco Express, that's a bit extra, so you're going to pay about £6 for 12. If you go to like a Lidl, if you go to like a Sainsbury's, a proper supermarket, you're probably going to pay for 12 eggs, probably between like £3 to £5. So it's about £3 to £6 for some eggs. Big up Professor Galaxy. Thank you for joining, bro. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate you. So I was exaggerating a little bit. I was exaggerating slightly.
It seemed like he kind of enjoyed when he would show up somewhere and there'd be somebody handing him a Gucci belt, maybe a beer, and now it's just really pissing him off. The other interesting news that has gone on is if you missed my live stream, I'm going to try and live stream every Wednesday, so be on the lookout for that. But either way, Mr. Bass stopped by to my stream, and that very night he got his channel terminated, so Mr. Bass is no more. And lastly, the final update is a troll actually got in contact with Josh's grandpa, and now that's not going to be in this video.
Jesus Christ.
It'll be in next week's video.
Yo, Jesus Christ, man. The trolls for locals are just like on another level, innit? They reach out to man's grandpa. Come on, man. That's not cool.
But I just wanted to make a note of it, that I'm aware. It's just, it didn't really fit with the vibe, the jive that's going on here, so we're gonna push it off. But first, let's focus on Mr. Bass, and then we'll see what the land of potatoes is up to.
I like that.
You guys, I'm still streaming with Josh. Like we just had like 1 or 2 days where we couldn't communicate. Everything's fine.
Okay, so in this relationship, from what I've been able to ascertain, people are saying that this guy is a drug dealer or something, or he's exploiting that guy before with the glasses that drinks a lot. They've got some weird relationship. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's entertaining to watch from the outside in.
I have a booking for Josh where he's getting paid $35,000 in a couple of weeks for one booking, for one appearance. Like, everything's amazing with me and Josh.
You gotta be smoking crack.
What?
If you think paying Josh and or Josh's air quote manager, Mr. Bass, 35 G's in order to come out to wherever you are and drink. Now, we could go in a more murky area because I know Mr. Bass has some connections, probably with some degenerate perverts over in the land of the desert. If you're picking up my drift, you know, maybe drop a deuce on Josh's chest or something. Maybe that's the 35K that he's referencing. Then maybe, you know, you're in the ballpark. But if it's like a Danny Duncan type of thing or any other influencer type of thing, if you're paying 35 G's, you're not making 35 G's off of that.
It's pretty impressive that's become a thing though anyway, right? That if you're a little bit of a delinquent, if you're a little bit of a fuckhead, if you love the booze, you can essentially turn yourself into what, some sort of like session influencer, where local pubs, bars, dive bars, clubs will invite you, or to, you know, pay you an appearance fee to turn up and drink on their tab. Not bad, isn't it? And get paid for it. Don't get me wrong, it's obviously leading to your eventual death, but if you don't care about dying and you're here for a good time, not a long time, not a bad arrangement.
I'm sorry. I mean, maybe if you're getting multi-millions, you know, there's a chance, right? But the other important aspect is that Mr. Bass was initially saying that, well, I'm never streaming with Josh again. This is the end. And he didn't even get to do a single stream talking about how, yep, no more Josh. No, he's right back on pace with saying, yeah, me and Josh will be back. I don't know how. I mean, Mr. Bass got banned. He's been banned in the past, but I think he got it reversed through YouTube. This time it doesn't seem like that's going through, so I don't know what his outlet is. What I do know is that there's a Liquid Josh situation on the prowl, hunting around the streets around
Hey, come on, let's get to a bit, come on.
By the police to be arrested.
So this is fake, I'm assuming, right? Someone just put this up on the thing. This is definitely fake. Someone put up a fake wanted poster from Interpol. Joshua A. Block, wanted for assault, vandalism, destruction, property, fleeing, arrest, international boundaries. Wanted by NYPD, DOJ, Interpol, and Detroit PD. Oh, that's fucking... Yo, he's 23. Wow, man. Booze and like... Don't get me wrong, I think a lot of it is because he hasn't got a haircut. Like a lack of a trim and a little skin, a little fade and a little kind of beard trim. He does not look 23. He's allegedly 23 years old. Wow. Born 2001. He does not look like it at all, innit? Fucking hell. Wanted for assault and vandalism, the Southern District Court of New York is arranging the suspect Joshua Allen Black pictured. The suspect Joshua A. Block is being investigated for assault and vandalism for actions committed during the time frame of 20th of the 12th till the 30th of the 12th in New York and Detroit, Michigan. The suspect has been cited as being potentially dangerous, exhibiting aggression upon bystanders and telling him to put the fire exhibiting aggression upon bystanders, telling him to put the fries in the bag. Do not approach. Oh, it's so good, man. Put the fries in the bag, bro.
Take care.
So he even does the service of taping it right to Mr. Bass' door. How kind of him. I even saw people online that were like, is this real? This isn't like the 1920s anymore, right? We're not putting up silhouette banners of people asking for a reward. You know, it's not some convict that's going town to town. We're in the age of social media. We're in the age of a much more developed society. They're not going to put, you know, posters on telephone poles and on Mr. Bass' apartment, because I know there was a picture of one of them just like kind of circulating online prior to the stream, and people were like, oh my god, are the police actually coming after him? Now I'm not a police officer, so maybe
let's get past this. Understand. I love you saturated content, but there's a lot of commentary here, my guy. Wait, no, he's in the bar. He's in the bar now.
Oh my.
Let's see. He's in the bar?
Channel terminal.
Where is he?
Screaming in the air.
Oh, so he's in Europe.
Can you enlighten me?
He's in Europe?
Mr. Bass screaming in the air. What is that?
Mr. Bass got his YouTube channel terminated. What does terminated mean? It's like banned. It's banned.
Yeah.
It means banned.
Yeah.
Banned?
Like on TikTok,
He sounds like DSP. It means banned.
you get banned.
Yeah, it's the same as terminated and banned is the same thing.
On TikTok, you get banned.
Terminated and banned is the same thing.
Yeah.
It means you're not allowed.
What does terminated mean? I would love to see, you know, I don't know how Josh's streams work. I haven't had the opportunity to jump in.
Ayo, Chris Rizzo in the chat. Relax, my guy, relax. The people that you want to speak to aren't essentially here. If you want to speak to them directly, you know where to reach out. But let's not be putting threats on the chat. Do you know what I mean? Let's not be putting threats out on the chat. Let's not be acting stupid. Everyone just relax. Everyone just relax. Everyone's feelings are valid. If you felt like you were owed an apology, go to the person that you're owed an apology to directly. You don't need to put all those things in the chat. This is not, you know what I mean? Like, none of us are involved in this. Speak to the people. Go speak to them directly. It's no problem whatsoever. You know where to get them at. You know what I mean? Make another account. Sign up to the Discord. Contact these people directly. Have some communication with them. Speak to them like adults, and see what going from there. You made another account to speak on here. Make another account to set up on a Discord. It's not that difficult, my guy. Just go and do that. There's no need to put open threats out here on the chat. We're just here to chill, have a good time, and hang out, shoot some shit, and laugh at some dumb internet stuff. It's not that serious, my guy. Let's not turn it into one of them things. You know what I mean? Everyone just relax. Let's all just take a deep breath. It's okay. I understand you're upset. I get what you're upset about. If they're upset too about you, they can talk to you about it too. Let's not be putting threats out in the chat though. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who started it. Let's just put the thing and sit. That's it really. So talk to them directly. Let's not communicate through the flipping stream chat. That's not gonna work. Go directly and then you can sort it out properly. Easy.
Been during a live one. I've been in some of his TikTok ones that end like 5 minutes in and then he does like 30 of them. I've been in some of those before, but I would love to see if there's an audio cue that comes through for donations.
Oh, you know what actually I've noticed I don't know if you guys give a shit about this, but on Kick, I'll sometimes, if I'm bored, I'll go on Kick and see who's streaming. There's a lot of people on Kick who stream like just getting fucked up. That's like a big thing there. I don't know if you guys, if I'm just late to this. That's a big part of like streaming on Kick or on other places. People just put their stream on and just drink a bunch and just get lit while they're streaming and just sit there in front of the camera basically. It's pretty wild, honestly, like, and these guys are getting lit, like vodka bottles, everything. I was thinking, you know what, I might do that in Berlin, you know. I might do one of those in Berlin, I'm not gonna lie. Especially since I'm going there, I'll be there on like Thursday. I might do one in Berlin. I might just do like a little drinking Kick stream, because obviously you can't, you know, do that sort of stuff on YouTube isn't a good idea. But I might actually do that on my Kick channel in Berlin. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that.
Asking Josh to spell terminated, because I'm not too positive that he'd be able to do that. Banned is more.
Asdemix is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, you'll definitely see it on Thursday. I'm probably gonna do it on Thursday. Fuck that. I'm gonna do it on Thursday. I'm gonna get a couple beers and I'm gonna go a little bit loopy, because I got the Airbnb for when I land anyway. So yeah, it should be good.
In his wheelhouse, that's why he's getting a little bit mixed up at this point. And now, the first instance that people were able to see of Josh in Dublin in Ireland was outside of a bar. And what my opinion is kind of a dystopian scene. It's one of those cameras.
So he was actually here. I wish I would have found him, man. Wish I would have met him. I didn't know he was in England. I definitely would have pulled up to him. If he was in England, if I knew he was in London, I definitely would have pulled up. Fuck, he definitely was here then. He probably did a bit of a world tour.
Of like recording a street or like a building or whatever that are like public access for some reason. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of it, but it's kind of nice because we saw one where Josh was at like the Jersey Shore, the Tony Shore, or whatever the heck he was at. And now there's one outside of a bar that Josh has flocked to like a pilgrim.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, that's him in it. Yeah, that's him. There he is down there. There he is down there, taking a picture of the bar. How long does it take to take a picture, man? He's trying to get in it.
You know, some people might be wandering around looking at the beautiful sights that the Isles have to offer. Maybe going to a wool farm or, you know, I don't know. What the hell do you go and do in Ireland except for get drunk, I guess? So maybe Josh is in the right.
Okay, let's skip ahead. What's happened here?
So, walking around the streets, people start to press him.
Wow.
I need $100,000 a year, bitch. Fries up your butt. Put the chips in your ass. Shut up! If
can't even tell you to put the fries in the
Shut up!
Tell them to put the chips in the spice bag, bro.
I don't get paid enough to have my trip spoiled.
Oh my god, they're getting him in Ireland. They're getting him in Ireland. In Ireland. He's getting trolled in fucking Ireland, you know. International trolling. This is brilliant. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag.
And I just now realized watching this again that he's literally standing outside of a McDonald's. This is the perfect location for Josh. If you're trying to like sonar radar him, detect and where he's going to be in a city, it's probably going to be at a bar in close proximity to a McDonald's, because typically I feel like there have been instances that he goes out and eats something nice in the local area, but I feel like for the most part it's just like drinks and that's it, which is I guess like kind of a symptom of him being an alcoholic. But
what else do you want him to do? Do you want him to go sightseeing? What else does the streamer want him to do? Like, you know who he is, man. This is what you're here for. This is what I'm here for. You had to see him get lit. You had to see him get bugged up.
I do like, you know, he's reforming his craft, right? He's flipping it back on you. He's not a naive foreigner American in your city, all right?
Exactly.
He is aware. You call French fries chips, all right? Put the chips in your butt. You know, it's just like it's a perfect combination of things. Now, he ends up in some sort of park, which I guess is, you know, important to some Irish people. I feel like I'm really shitting on him a little bit, but like, I don't know. He's in some sort of named park somewhere, and a crowd starts to form around Josh, and he's not having a very good time.
Put the fries in the bag, Josh. Hey, put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. Oh. Whoa. Okay, Josh.
Stupid social media, it's all your fault.
Relax, man. He just doesn't do it.
He's literally like
Jesus
Fortnite emoting
Christ,
out here.
man.
I don't know what that move was. He's like
Jesus
doing.
Christ.
Have you ever seen that video of those like Iraqi soldiers being?
I love that he's become like a spectacle. I love that he's become a spectacle. He's legitimately special needs, and people are turning him into like a form of entertainment. Honestly, man, the world we live in right now, man, so depressing. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't want any help either. He's not doing himself any favors, but the fact that people are like gathered around him in the park recording all of his crash outs and laughing and goading it on, god damn it, man. I know I'm a bit of an anarchist and I know I love chaos, but even this is too much for me.
Being trained by the US in the early 2000s, and they try and do jumping jacks. That's literally what it reminds me of right here. Fortnite dancing, biting his hand, trying to fight somebody. And I like that, like, he's reached a point now where, like, in the past, you know, he's jumping on people's cars, he's kicking them, he's running through traffic. He can't even be bothered to take his other hand out of the pocket in order to punch somebody that said put the fries in the bag. I mean, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel of Josh really caring anymore. It's like, you know, the charade's not lasting for me, buddy. And speaking of lasting, the crowd starts to get bigger and bigger.
Okay,
and one particular dude starts to pester him,
no.
and he's not happy. So he's gonna chase him around the street, and then they end up going outside of the park, and Josh is chasing him up the street, but his signal, it comes out, and it's like a dog, you know, alcohol is ringing his name, so he decides he's got to back off for right now.
I make $100K a year.
What the fuck, boys?
Jesus
Boys, what is
Christ,
going
Jesus
on?
Christ.
Boys,
Jesus
boys.
Christ.
Jesus Christ. Boys, what have we done?
He's like an over-enthusiastic dog, isn't it? That you wind up on purpose. Oh my god, bro. This is so fucking funny, but so sad at the same time. Oh. He's still chasing the guy. Yeah, 100% agree with Andre. Definitely if Yuri never met Riley, exactly. I like the Bernie pick. Exactly. Losers doing loser activities. Exactly, young old vibe. Exactly.
Oh my god.
Fucking funny.
Take that back now.
Jesus Christ.
Joshua, please.
Oh.
Get wrecked.
Oh shit.
Somebody tell the ginger fella to stop it like that.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa!
What the fuck is going on, man?
Chill out.
What the fuck is going on?
Josh, let's go get a baby
Oh.
Guinness. Come on.
Oh yeah. He chills out now.
Let's go get a
Now
baby
he's
Guinness.
happy. Oh.
So yeah, I feel bad for the 40-year-old dude walking back with his Lego bag, just trying to go home.
Oh, anyway, that's one. And then the next one from him is this one about him losing his virginity. This is the next video about World of T-shirts. Then we're gonna leave it there because I know it's a little bit much. But next video on World of T-shirts. This one is titled "World of T-shirts lost his virginity on stream." This should be fun. Let's see this. Loves a good drink, innit? Look how proud of himself he is at boozing. When did you guys stop doing this, by the way? At what age did you stop doing this? At what age did you stop, like, taking pictures of yourself drinking? I can't remember, to be honest. But what age do you think you did? What age was it like, oh my god, look, I'm having alcohol? Like, I can't remember the age, but there definitely is an age where you're like, it becomes lame. But I remember I did used to take pictures of myself drinking, but it stops at a certain time. It just stops. You're just like, you know what? This isn't an achievement, you know? I never did it in my man's. Okay, cool, Jack Donny Jr. Thank you for making me feel like an idiot. Thank you. Damn, this guy is just drinking. Yep, exactly, 2 swords. That's all he does, just drinking. I never took. Okay, Chris Mack making me feel dumb again. Appreciate you. Young on Vibes 21. I never took a pic. Wow, some of you are actually decent people. Yeah, big up Jonathan. He makes 100k a year. He can do what he wants, AZ. Good point. Touche. Touche. Jesus, look, always drinking. Always drinking. Another drink. Another drink.
I am live on Real World of T-shirts.
I'm not a virgin anymore. Oh wow, he fucked. Imagine how broken you have to be as a woman to let that guy fuck you. Imagine the problems that you may have. Imagine the issues that are going on. Imagine what's going on in your head if you're a girl that lays down and lets that guy lay down on top of you. That is dark. Obviously, if you're a sex worker, do what you want, you know, get your money. But if this is a regular girl, oof.
It's been a pretty crazy 24 hours since I recorded this video because I was under the assumption that TikTok was going to be banned. Now it seems like it might not be banned.
Yeah, that's a good point to Crackfox. Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point. Crackfox makes a very good point there. Yo, big up Asada Aziz, appreciate you.
I love being late to your stream
Oh,
because
Mac,
I never know
Mac.
what I'm walking into.
Yeah, okay, cool. Big up Mac, appreciate you. Big up Mac. Sorry, I thought that was Asada Aziz, appreciate you. Big up Mac. This is Asada Aziz, appreciate you.
We have to factor that this guy is 80 pounds,
Oh,
clinking beer mugs.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, he is very slight. He's a very slight young man. Very slight young man. Let's see how it goes.
And Josh left and came back onto TikTok. And initially I didn't even really consider it. Part of the, lore of these videos of Josh are having these Zelda-inspired intros. And I was like, if he doesn't have TikTok anymore, how am I going to make these? Because he's probably going to stop doing some of the short form stuff and I'd have to check out his Instagram. It was going to be a whole thing. But now, I guess I don't really have to worry about that for like 3 months or whatever. And instead, I can focus on the important things. Like Josh allegedly losing his virginity on stream from some chick who... I don't know how she ended up in this situation.
Oh, let's just find out.
I don't know how you have to sink to this level of depravity.
That's what I said.
To have to take an autistic alcoholic's virginity.
That's what I said.
For what?
Exactly.
Clout?
Exactly.
For attention?
Exactly.
I don't know. My soul is perpetually burning on the inside just thinking about it. But first, we have to set the mood, right? You know, we have to do a little foreplay with you guys. And that foreplay is what I alluded to in my previous episode of Joshua Block. And that is somebody called his grandpa to have it.
To be fair, that's actually a good username, isn't it? World of T-shirts is actually a really good name for a streamer, isn't it? I quite like that. It's kind of creative in a weird way. It kind of means everything but means nothing at the same time. World of T-shirts.
Discussion about Josh. And Josh reacted to this phone call. So let's give it a listen.
And we've been, he's been to hospital.
Okay, so what are we thinking? Immediately looking at her, from just judging her from, you know, from her looks, what do we think? Do you think she's a sex worker? Or do we think she's just a regular girl? What do you think that's going on here? What do you think? Forget her looks, forget how if you think she's attractive or not. What do we think? Do you think she got paid? Or do you think she's just into him? Having a good time. What do you guys think? My initial reaction is saying sex worker because she looks a bit older. She looks a little bit older and she looks very comfortable in her surroundings. She doesn't look, you know what I mean? Just from the image alone, she looks very comfortable. She doesn't look like she's bothered, you know what I mean? Like she's been down this road before, not her first rodeo. So I'm going to go with sex worker personally. What are you guys saying here? She got paid. Everyone's saying, yeah. Professor Galaxy is saying she's just hanging around. I don't know why. I feel like you're being sarcastic there, Professor Galaxy. She's just hanging around, you know. She's just a bit thirsty. She wanted a drink, so she's just hanging around. Yo, big up Uche in the stream chat. Well, go on, Uche. Yuri and Riley of the East Coast. Oh yeah, that's a very good point. Yes, definitely. East Coast Yuri and Riley is fucking incredible.
And so forth, and they won't do anything. Nobody can do anything.
Yeah, big up Asada.
He has a.
She looks like a young woman who needs a positive role model, much like myself, to guide her through life.
Yeah, that's a good point. To be fair, she's also not as. It's gonna be a sad way to say this, but she's also not as ugly as he's probably deserves. You know, that's a weird thing. She's probably not as ugly as he probably deserves.
He is disabled, as you probably realize.
Oh,
and
disabled.
We have his caseworker. His caseworker is
a bit of a bum there as well. I see a little bit of a wagon.
We have his caseworker.
Yep, there's a bit of a wagon there. Yeah, there's a wagon.
His caseworker's boss, the regional director. Nothing you can do about him unless he committed a crime. So there's nothing I can do. I haven't seen my grandson in months.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's got to be tough for you.
It's tough for the whole family.
Yeah, so, well, that's too bad that nothing can really be done for him. But I guess he is a free person at this point. He does seem to be biting people. I don't know if you knew that.
It's not your grandfather?
No, it's
I heard there was an
AI.
incident.
Swear to God?
Yeah, there's multiple
they AI'd
incidents.
his voice.
He's
Wow!
been chasing
You positive?
people.
Yeah, I'm
He's
positive.
been touring the world. And
So your grandfather
he's
wouldn't
on a
even say these
world-biting
things?
tour.
It may sound like the family doesn't care about him.
This is
but
AI,
believe me, we've
everybody. This
tried
is not
everything.
real. Holy
And
shit.
the story is.
This is the least convincing lie.
Why would you think it's AI? What? Okay.
I feel like I've heard Josh say in a long time. There's a lot of things you could analyze, right? Like, how would they get your grandpa's voice? Josh is saying, yeah, it sounds pretty similar to him, so it's not like just some random grandpa, I guess. And we're all supposed to sit here and believe, yeah. We orchestrated a random AI voice conversation, and it sounds kind of legit. Does it really matter? Not really, because Josh has kind of reached this point, because he hasn't reached out to his grandparents at all in a long time. He just
fast forward it, so
we'll go to
past it. I want to see what happened to this girl.
Oh shit.
What happened to this girl?
Wait.
I'm worth more than that,
What's
Josh.
her name, Josh? Oh! 100?
It was 100. Yes, look.
Oh shit. So you got to do it in there.
Yo, what's up?
Think I saw her in Slow Joe friend wedding
Yeah,
pics.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, she looks like a friend, doesn't it? Hold on, what's going on here? Did he ask for money? What? Hold on, let me go to the start here. What did I miss here? It's about money. What happened with the money thing?
I can't even formulate sentences at this point.
I'm worth more than that,
What's
Josh.
her name, Josh?
Oh! 100?
It was 100. Yes, look.
Oh, shit. So you got to do it in there not so loud, Josh, in my room, right?
In real life.
What the fuck is going on?
Minecraft.
Yeah.
We gotta do it.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you got a kiss?
Oh, my God. Take your shoes off before you go in my bed, Josh.
Sorry. We gotta do
Josh,
He was about to fuck her with Jordans on the bed. Yeah, he's a real nigga. He's a real nigga, man. He's a real ass nigga. He's about to fuck this girl on the bed in Jordans. Big up, big up, big up.
Everybody loves you, okay? I'm going to go out there and talk to Chad. Don't be too loud, though, okay?
So in my opinion, right, in my opinion, that's the important opinion, obviously, in this video. I don't think anything actually happened, and we'll get to it. We'll build up the hype, the momentum surrounding it. But the idea that Josh could have a meaningful sexual relationship.
Big up, Uche. This is somebody. This is called what's his name? Josh Block, aka World of T-shirts. He's a new lolcow. He's similar to Yuri, if Yuri had some, disability. But he lives on the East Coast. He freaks out when people tell him to put the fries in the bag. It's like his trigger word. If you say put the fries in the bag, he chases you around the street, screams at you, and gets all drunk and belligerent. Well, it looks like put your fries in your bag guy lost his virginity. And now we're debating, is this woman a paid actor, aka sex worker, aka liberated female, or is she just a fan and she just loves this guy's personality? And now this person who's streaming this, who's made this content, saturated, whatever his name is now debating whether or not he actually did fuck this girl or not. That's where we're at right now. This is probably some of the most useless, pointless content I've ever watched on this particular stream. But this is the random show. This is kind of random.
Relations with somebody is bewildering in my mind, right? And we'll get to it here in a second, but there's no way his ding-a-ling is getting stiff, right? Like the amount of alcohol that is coursing through his body, the amount.
I beg to differ. Back in my day when I was really on it and I was outside, I'm not outside like that anymore. But when I was, I'm not on it anymore because I'm a born again Christian with a family and kids and a dog and shit and a wife and a husband and a boyfriend and a girlfriend. But when I was really outside, it didn't matter how much I had in my system. That shit worked. It didn't matter. That shit worked. That shit worked. So some of us just have that ability. You feel me? That shit worked. So he could, World of T-shirts, if he's ready to fuck in the bed with Jordans on, he's a real ass nigga. And real ass niggas, they can go anytime, any place.
Amount of just like decay that exists within him, I don't think it's going to be functioning right. And even still.
Oh yeah, big up KP. Yeah, my two dogs. Yeah, exactly. Bean and cheese. Exactly. Big up Wingus. Yeah, bean and cheese. My two dogs. Big bean and cheese. Big up Wingus. Big up Sanaz.
We got good old Mr. Based. He's gonna give a play-by-play, and he's gonna go sit out in the weird, collection museum space as they're in his bed, which is also weird. You're gonna let your dirty, autistic, alcoholic friend smash some chick in your bed, and then you're just gonna go to sleep in it later. I'm not sure about that one, Chief, but he's gonna close the door or shutter the blinds or whatever's going on in that entryway.
Exactly,
he's gonna go sit down in the museum and he's gonna give a brief talk to the chat.
Josh didn't shower before he's doing the thing, so whatever. You know what?
That's right, everybody. Josh is dirty and stinky and smelly. How often do you think this dude's washing his balls? He wears the same outfit for weeks at a time sometimes, and now he's got some beautiful lady with the highest morals ready to move past that. and just go for it. It kind of reminds me, now this is sort of a deep cut if you haven't kept up with Foodie Beauty. At one point in her life, in her just complete spiral into depravity and craziness, she really wanted some hoinky poinky, so she went on the streets and found some homeless dude and banged him. And Jesus so Christ. this is like the next step. You're basically right.
Yeah, big up Assad.
He looks like Chemodelia.
Yeah, he definitely has a sex pest vibe. He definitely is a where's my hug at kind of guy. He definitely is a lingering hand, lingering over your shoulder. You know, that type of dude. 100%. He definitely will say good morning with a dick pic. That's for sure.
Right there, right there with Josh. He's drunk and he's dirty. But let's just get a breakdown, all right? We got some, it's like when the reporters go into the locker room after a game. They're ready to ask the big questions, and that's what Mr. Base Roll is.
Wait, Josh, you're not naked. Why are they going to believe that you had action? No, don't get naked. Don't get naked.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
get under the covers. Josh, you went.
So she likely sucked his dick, I'm assuming, right? Because that's what she keeps playing with her hair. She likely sucked his dick, it looks like. But Jesus, she looks kind of clean. Like, imagine what he must smell like. Wow, man. The power of a camera, innit? The power of a camera and some live stream thing. Because, God, I can't... That house... Look at this person's house, by the way. Look how much shit he has everywhere. Guitars, statues of, like, Egyptians and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on with this house? Jesus Christ. It's just... Yowzers.
I'm just showing her head. Are you in the bed, Josh?
Yeah.
Did you do it yet or no?
Not yet.
Okay, hurry up. Why does it look now like nothing's happening? What's going on?
You couldn't get up.
Can't show nudity on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's very explicit.
Right, but didn't I see you getting a blowjob before?
Yeah, get out. Let us finish this.
Okay. Oh, wait, when anyone having sex in front of 30,000 people kind of sort of would have performance anxiety.
Yeah.
Let me.
He couldn't get it up. Oh, bless him. He couldn't get it up. You can tell. She looks even disappointed. She looks like she's a bit upset. She looks like she wants some action. Wow. That is so bad. It's obviously bad normally, but on stream, God almighty, man. He looks so embarrassed. Bless him. He couldn't get it up.
Let me order blue chews on DoorDash.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just the tip. Yeah.
Just the tip? You just got the tip in, Josh?
Yeah, we're gonna try again.
So this is where I think, nothing actually happened at all. They probably just laid there and Josh was like,
yeah, I can't do anything more about this, man. This is too much, man. This is too much. This is too sad. This is too sad. I'm all for low cut, man. I can't put you guys through it too, because I know some of you want to watch entertaining stuff. So I'm gonna leave it there and I'll watch the rest of it later in my own time. Oh yeah. Okay, we have to stop. We can't watch that, man. That's too much, man. That's too much. I apologize, people. Everyone in the stream chat, I apologize. I apologize for putting you through that. I apologize. It won't happen again. Okay, next time I'll screen while the t-shirt's content. I'll screen it because that was kind of depressing. Anyway, so Retroactive. Big up my guy Retroactive. He's got a new video right now about Brendan Schaub. Brendan Schaub defends Tim Kennedy. This should be a good one. I'm still confused why Brendan jumped out the window for Tim Kennedy anyway. If you're not aware, Tim Kennedy's going through a little bit of a cancellation at the moment. I don't know why this happens again. Someone just can tell me. I don't know if it's because it coincides with his book, but essentially Tim Kennedy's getting cancelled because a lot of people that he served with, namely like captains and generals in the army and stuff, people that would know, are basically calling cap on a lot of his claims about his action in the war, especially based on his book. Because his book, he kind of details loads of things that happened and things that he did, achievements, things that basically make him sound like a badass. And a lot of people that served or know people that served with him are basically calling cap on a lot of the things. And I think somebody also mentioned that in the book itself that Tim Kennedy wrote, which is kind of like an autobiography, he mentions a lot of things that he did. And he mentions some guy who died, who served with him. And he basically says that guy that died is the one that was a witness for all this badass shit he did. So people are saying it's rather convenient that this person who died is the only witness to all of this amazing shit that he did. And then I saw somebody else say, I think on this podcast that's dedicated to like ripping into Tim Kennedy, I think they mentioned that the person who died, I forgot who it is, forgive me, was the one who actually did all that badass shit. So the stuff that Tim Kennedy's talking about, that guy actually did. So it's a kind of like a stolen valor type of thing, which obviously I imagine if you're a soldier, stolen valor is already super, super bad. But then if you're like stealing or like using people's achievements and stories and basically trying to make it out like you did it, you know, it's probably unforgivable, you could imagine. So I'm curious to see what Retroactive has made out of it. But it's been an interesting saga to watch. And for some reason, Brendan inserted himself into it. Bring up a side season, appreciate it, bro.
Bro, it's PPL who served with him and superiors in rank saying, "You're lying, and also why are you admitting to war crimes?"
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. That's it. That's basically it. Yeah. The war crimes thing, I remember being a meme about him anyway. I remember the war crimes thing being a meme from ages ago, like people accusing him of committing war crimes and basically saying it's weird how he jacks off himself about being this elite soldier when the majority of people that he was killing were like teenage kids and shit. You know what I mean? People accuse him of that for a long time. So big up aside for the clarification. I'm just confused why Brendan got himself involved. Why did Brendan feel the need to get involved in this? It's such a weird thing to get involved in, and now he's obviously going to get the hate as well on top of this that Tim Kennedy's already getting. So big up Retroactive. Let's watch the video and see what he has to say about this.
So you do that History Channel show, hunting Hitler.
That was fun.
Did you ever find Hitler?
Yeah, so he died.
Did you ever find Hitler? One more time, please. One more time.
So you do that History Channel show, hunting Hitler.
That was fun.
Did you ever find Hitler?
Yeah, so he died. And
who would have thought the Did You Find Adolf guy, Tim Kennedy, would be alleged to have lied about his time at war?
Yeah.
A friend of Joe Rogan, Brendan Schaub, and the crew? No, it can't be.
Tim, you know, you filleted yourself, brother, when you did that. So I'm doing you a favor by telling everybody that did not happen.
Right.
So the international criminal courts won't come after you.
400 Iranians charging you guys.
Be surrounded by 400 Iranian freedom fighters.
400 Iranians and a whole bunch of other insane alleged lies that he's...
Hold on, he's saying he killed 400 Iranians or he got away from 400 Iranians? Either way, that sounds like an insane claim. 400. And all he had was like a knife and a piece of rope.
peers and former captain can't help but laugh at. How to save your credibility. Have your friend Brendan Schaub, who is only known for telling the truth online, vouch for you, and suddenly the internet will believe you're telling the truth. Problem solved. Tim posted about the podcast calling him out.
Yeah, big up NJ Ranger, appreciate it, brother.
It's the laziest grift in the world. Our troops can do no wrong is something nobody I know who served would say. It's actually fallen out of style since cop dig riding came in vogue. But Bappa is slow, so that tracks.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, that's a really good point. He's like, his love for the troops is like so late, innit? That whole like, yeah, that's a really good point actually. That's a really good point. He's like being pro army and being pro people who served and thank you for your service nonsense. That's like old tat. Even people that served in the military are very, you know, critical of the military and shit and question their service, question what they did, question how they were used, question if they were used. You know, yeah, that's a very good point. He's always so late.
Out, Brendan does no research and comments.
This means you're crushing it, my man. Those dudes don't have the ability to come up with original ideas.
Big up Uche. Hitler, great guy, never met him. Heard he got shadow banned. I don't want to mention nothing about banned because I don't want to trigger people and get people upset. So I'm not going to say nothing about being banned or anything because I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, no trouble. I don't want any trouble. I'm an immigrant. I'm a fucking working class content creator. I don't want any trouble. I don't want to trigger anyone. Okay, let's not talk about being banned.
Ideas and have a podcast people will watch so they get envious of people like yourself and others you named and hope to generate views off hate, which will work for a short time, but eventually they're back to square one with no new ideas and will go for someone else to generate views. Eventually all sponsors will jump off, but it will be too late. You're one of the best people I know. We all love you. Those dudes can't say the same.
I don't want to give him a benefit of doubt because he's such an idiot and he's so fucking redacted and he's a genuine, you know, real to the core, born out of his mother's womb a liar. He came out of the womb lying, you know? He's a fucking liar to his core. He probably lies so much he probably doesn't even know he's lying. But I also have a feeling, I don't think Brendan even looked into this too deeply. I think he just saw Tim Kennedy getting hate from another podcast and immediately made it about himself and then jumped in there to defend Tim Kennedy to kind of talk about himself, because he's not really talking about Tim Kennedy in the comment. He's talking about himself and how trolls come after him and all this sort of stuff, and haters just want to be him. They wish they could be as fit. They could be have the cars and the money. I mean, that's basically what he's doing. So I have a feeling he didn't even read or watch the clips or figure out what's going on. He just defended Tim Kennedy out of principle because you have haters, I have haters. Oh, let me tell you about my haters. But he's still a fucking idiot.
I'm a fan, Brendan, but this ain't it. Do a tad bit of research on Brent and the podcast. Did you listen to the whole episode?
LOL at thinking Brendan did any research on anything. Research, you know. LOL at research with Brendan Schaub. LOL.
At Brendan Schaub, sit this one out. At Brendan Schaub, shut up, dork. The irony of Brendan saying no original ideas or nobody watches them.
Yeah, big up a disease.
Dude, Brendan made this so much worse for Tim. The cats are CIA. They will go through every word Tim has ever spoken on cam. It's a wrap for bro thanks to Baba.
He made it so much worse. If anything, he put way more light onto it because it was kind of a niche thing, innit? Like, Tim Kennedy's not like a... Yes, he's been on Rogan, but he's not like a big guest. He's not like one of the type of guests. He's like, he's in that niche. That kind of army, you know... Navy SEALs niche. But Brendan made it worse, and obviously the homeless cats have nothing to fucking feed on at the moment because, you know, Brendan's been a bit boring as of late, and Tim Kennedy's always been a bit of a running joke, a running meme on the fucking Reddit anyway. He gave them a layup. He's so fucking dumb. Exactly, Assad. He's so fucking stupid.
9 out of 10. Brendan and Brian talk shit about news and people like every podcast, but want to pretend like they're reinventing the format and not sinking in views.
Exactly.
When their format hasn't changed in, what, a decade?
Exactly.
With Tim Kennedy, however, the lies get allegedly Hollywood.
He goes on and on both on podcasts and in this book, and hold that little girl until she fell asleep all night long.
6 hours.
6 hours, yeah. And his arms fell asleep and his legs fell asleep, but he didn't have the... He didn't have the, you know, the courage to wake this little girl up because he did this. Travis, did that happen?
Not at all. Actually, soon.
I love how matter of fact people are. You know what I mean? Not at all. Not at all. Did that happen? Not at all.
Travis, did that happen?
Not at all. Actually, soon that we heard the inbound Black Hawk, the medevac to take them. It was maybe an hour.
So you were first American hands on that child.
Yes.
Not Tim Kennedy.
I don't think he ever touched it.
Clearing.
So yeah, lying about something like that looks really bad, obviously.
Jesus
Protagonist
Christ.
syndrome, gross, embarrassing.
I'm 145 years old. I joined the army 3 years before I was born, and I fought in 4 world wars between KIA 4 times. Hopefully Timmy makes another response video to re-verify absolutely nothing. When Chuck Norris sees Tim Kennedy come in, he crosses the street. I served with Tim in the 112th Signal when he was LT. Replaced him in Bangram in 2002. Very smart, competent with experience. Okay, cool. This is the guy who Tim had on his episode to verify nothing. Oh man, this is gold. Dude, Tim needs to be charged with crimes. End of discussion.
All of the above. And Jesus, who would have thought the Cybertruck firework explosion at Trump Tower was Matt Livelsberger, who Tim Kennedy served with. So the...
Holy shit, really? The guy that blew himself up in front of the Trump Tower, Tim Kennedy served with him. Of course, it all adds up, mate. Looney Tunes. Looney fucking tunes.
Rabbit hole gets bizarre, deeper. Seems like serving does wonders for the mental. And for his pal Joe Rogan. First, Joe has an ex-convict get to separating bodies and heads for his fridge decorations right after appearing. Now this.
When you sit down with Tim Kennedy, he's got a great personality. Very likable individual.
Yeah.
So are the best used car salesmen.
My personality
right?
that is just immune to bullshit.
Imagine, to be fair, it is a weird thing to brag about, isn't it? Most people who are immune to bullshit don't say it; they just do it. I know a couple people in my family like that, like aunties and stuff. It's not like a palace. It's not like something they brag about or a personality trait they kind of vocalize. It's just something that they are. You don't go around saying you're immune to bullshit when you actually are immune to bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. God Almighty. Big up, Professor Galaxy. I appreciate
Love
you.
and happiness.
Exactly. Love and happiness always. Exactly. It's preach that. Apologies. Thank you, Professor Galaxy. You are amazing. Appreciate ya. Big up Asada Aziz.
Them boys got experimented on. Tim and Blow Up Boy.
Exactly.
When bullshit hits me, I'm go, oh, I know what this is. I grew up without a dad, okay? I don't trust people. I think...
Oh, shut up, Joe. Big up Josie. My dad had an amazing ability to read people. Exactly, but did he go around telling people that he had an amazing ability to read people, or did he just read people and let you know? You know, that's what my mum did as well back in the day. She'd be like, yeah, this guy's no good. This one's no good. This one's good. Yeah, I mean, and all of her calls, I think 9 out of 10, if not all of them, were always spot on. Always spot on. Just super matter of fact. This one, no good. Why? No good. Like, just that's it. No. But it's my only friend. I don't have any. I don't have any more.
There's a lot of bullshit in the world.
The bullshit detector is working overtime, of course. It's weird that Tim felt the need as an ex-UFC fighter and special forces guy to lie this much about his achievements.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's saying like Brendan Shaw. These type of pathological lies are dangerous. I think these type of pathological lies are dangerous more so than the fake it till you make it types. Because the whole, for me, because I've done a bit of faking it till you make it in my life. The fake it till you make it thing is like, let me fake it till I make it so I can put myself in a position. Then once I put myself in a position, I can then make it. I can then kind of justify my position. I can then show and prove. But these people are way dangerous, Brendan and fucking Tim Kennedy. Because Tim Kennedy's accomplished. He served his country. He was in whatever, the SEALs or whatever he was in. A high level thing. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He fought in the UFC. He got some pretty impressive wins in the UFC also. He had a very fun style. Put on some really good fun fights. That's pretty decent. That's a pretty decent life that you've lived, bro. Full of adventure. Pretty action-packed. A lot of guys will be jealous of that kind of CV or that kind of experience. But that's not enough. He has to lie still. Those people are more scary than people who fake it till you make it. People who maybe, you know, fudge their fucking CVs or lie about their experience on their portfolio. This person's actually somewhat accomplished and he still thinks it's not enough. It's like Elon Musk, same sort of thing. You're one of the world's richest men and you're lying about your level on a video game. Huh?
Achievements allegedly, like it won't eventually all be called out by the people who were there. It truly is a baffling mental.
Big up Zynga Team 6. Big up Jordan Ray. Zynga Team 6 is hilarious. I love that. I fucking love that. Zynga Team 6 is fucking brilliant. Big up Jordan Ray.
Conundrum, when what they've achieved they feel isn't enough, but lying about it will only tear it all down. Bizarre. Who knows what's true when you're spouting it on JRE, Jocko's podcast. Clearly he wanted this to move towards his own film. And just like the last one, another who was also caught allegedly lying.
Oh yeah, true. American Sniper guy too. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Lied about medal tally. That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
About his number of medals. Very fitting. This is way more egregious and at Brendan Schaub levels, which makes it so funny that he's defending him. He is the authority on this subject matter after all. Tim tries the they're doing it for money defense and attacking their own.
They accuse me of stolen valor. They did this to keep veterans accountable. Somebody is pretending to be in a moral high ground, but they're attacking other veterans that is really just financially based. What? They're doing this to make money.
Not realizing that's really just projection, as all of his stories are allegedly or obviously embellished for their Hollywood potential.
Surely if you want to debunk their claims, you just prove with undeniable proof. You don't say they're doing it for money. So if they're doing it for money, let's say they are doing it for money. But you should be more offended that they called into question your record and what you did for your country and what you did when you went to serve and the people that you served with. Some people will probably pass away. You shouldn't be bothered about the money thing. You should be wanting to clear your name. But no, they're doing it for money, you know. LOL.
Or money. I'm lying, so everyone must be. The Anti-Hero podcast just a few weeks ago was defending a Marine who they thought was wrongfully sentenced, so it's such a laughable
Yo, big up the Crack Fox. Those people have a hole in them. Big up the Crack Fox. Good comment here. Those people have a hole in them that can't be filled, and they take more and more drastic steps to fill it. But what do you think is the end goal, though? I still don't understand. good point, right? But what do you think is the end goal for that sort of person? Like, why? Because, like I said, faking it till you make it, it has an end goal. The end goal is for you to get to your destination. Then once you get to your destination, the idea is to stop faking it. And now it's time to step up. But with these pathological liar types, who also are quite accomplished, like even Brendan, right? Like, you know, say what you want about his athletic career, but he still did, you know, he played college football, he went to the UFC, he then pivoted to podcasting, then to stand-up. That's decent enough. But it's not enough. You still got to embellish, you still got to add unnecessary lies to make you seem awesome. But what is the end point of that? When, like, what? Are you not happy enough with what you did? Are you trying to embellish in the hopes of what? Making people like you some more? Are you lying so you can like yourself some more? Is it monetarily motivated? Like, you think if you lie more, you might can make more money? I wonder what the real end goal is of people like that. They just confuse me.
Excuse. They're lying for a few clicks and some money on one video, or the guy with extremely questionable claims is. I don't know. Would someone please let me know what Brendan Schaub thinks so I can know what my opinion is? Thank you. Joe will dodge it, not invite Tim Kennedy back on like Crystal.
That's the thing. Exactly. That's the thing that I hate most about Joe. That's the thing that I hate most about fucking Joe. Like, he talks so much about fucking cancel culture, talks so much about, you know, not buckling to cancel culture and fighting against this, fighting against that, free speech, all this malarkey. But then when his best friends get cancelled, he fucking pretends they don't exist. And this sort of situation, you know, especially with him having actual, because I think that's what Rogan does, isn't it? His own personal security are like former Navy SEALs. I think even at the studio, and some that he kind of carries, you know, with him. So he's obviously entrenched in that world. He's, you know, surrounded himself with people who served, who probably cared passionately about this sort of stuff. But he won't approach it or talk about it on the podcast to clear the air, or to basically, you know, whatever. He'll just leave it and pretend it didn't happen. And when Tim Kennedy's next book comes out, a book about, I don't know, fighting your demons, because you know Tim Kennedy, you know for sure Tim Kennedy's next book's going to be something about fighting your demons, mental health, whatever. It's going to be something around that. You just have him back on the show and act like it never happened. Yo, big up Asad Aziz.
Baba and Tim are very similar. No end goal. Just constantly striving for acceptance and never content with themselves.
Yep,
also, Joe Rogan is a dork hard F word, monetization.
Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, for sure. The Rogan thing is just like, I don't even want to talk about it too much, man. It's just, that was my guy, man. Rogan was my guy. To see how he's turned out now is just like, God, man. I guess that will happen to all of us at some point. Hope it won't. But like, I'm sure 40-year-old version, or let's say 30-year-old version of Rogan would not even recognize the Rogan that we see now, and how he acts and behaves and the things he says. It's like, yo, big up Mr. O, big up Mr. O.
As when you are a real artist, you fill your void by your art. These people are shells and have no substance, so they seek validation.
Oh, that's a really good point. That's a fucking brilliant point, Mr. O. That is a brilliant point. That might just be it. That just might be it, my friend. That literally just might be it. Seek validation anywhere else but your art, because your art doesn't actually feel you, because your heart's not really in it. Yep. That might be it, my friend. That might be it.
Leah, oops, sorry, lost your number, and avoid this situation entirely. Poor Brendan didn't get the memo that we're already on to new friend Mark. He's a right-wing jiu-jitsu broccoli cut expert now, so you'd better all stop calling.
Who the fuck made that?
Friend Mark. He's a
Who the fuck made that? That is an insane AI. That is an insane AI clip. Who the fuck made that? Mark Zuckerberg licking Rogan's bald head while he podcasts. What the fuck? That is so good.
Situation entirely. Poor Brendan didn't get the memo that we're already on to new friend Mark. He's a right-wing jiu-jitsu broccoli cut expert now, so you'd better all stop calling him an alien.
We're also lucky that you got into jiu-jitsu. Because I think
Mark Zuckerberg doing a basic white belt arm bar. Everyone's like, oh my God, this is sick. Why? Because a nerd from Harvard who's worth $1 billion all of a sudden is it okay?
Why does he hate Mark Zuckerberg so much, bro? I would love to know. I think somebody said on the stream chat the other day that I forgot who it was, something about Instagram, that maybe Brendan's hate for Zuckerberg is because of Instagram and how he's maybe got banned. He's never, or no, because he got like shadow banned or something. He's never forgiven them for that during, I think, COVID or something, when he was, doing his whole like anti-vaccine shit. But yeah, he seems to have a real hate boner for fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay, if I call you DW,
Yeah, you look thicker. You look like a different guy. You do. You look like a jiu-jitsu guy now. It's funny.
Brendan needs a handler.
The Brendan Schaub day drinking days were perfect, and he did have a rare, good point against Zuck and people like him. Just like Tim Kennedy, anybody with a book to sell or a movie to write comes on JRE, throws a little embellish on, and off they go. You get the Machine, Tim Kennedy, back in the Howard Stern days, Steve even lied about being in 9/11.
Oh mate, that lie, man. How he lived that down is not nice, man. That lie, how he lived that down. And did you hear his explanation for that, by the way? Did you hear Stephen Aziz's explanation for that? He basically said that he was just flustered in a moment, and he saw everybody getting all this compassion because they had relatives who had maybe, perished in 9/11 or whatever, or knew people, whatever it may be, and he just felt a bit left out. So he lied once, but then you just had to carry on the lie when people kept asking him about it. It's like, that doesn't explain or excuse what you did, you fuckface. Like, and it's classic, isn't it? Only a comedian could do that. Only a fucking stand-up comedian can think it's completely okay to lie about being in the Twin Towers when 9/11 happened, because it adds to your mystique, it adds to your allure, it adds to your legend. Fuck off, man.
Probably the pinnacle of comedian porky pie insanity. This is in the same realm as that. I'm Rambo when a child says,
yeah, pick up a side disease. Welcome.
These redacts think Mark banned them personally, think Elon is doing rocket science calculations while playing Diablo on PC, think Dana White is picking and scheduling every fight.
Yeah, exactly. Or just running the UFC. Exactly. That's a very, very good point.
Savior. Meanwhile, everyone I served with can barely contain their laughter.
I was reading through some of his chapters, and I was marking the place every time he made a reference to a movie.
Okay.
Wow.
And I gave up after about 30.
Okay.
And I didn't even make it through the first chapter.
Command sergeant majors, they're high-ranking people.
That's right.
And they're very upset about this. They want to pull his tab. If you're going to write this type of book with these amount of lies, and you're going to have stolen valor, you're going to say you got injured when you didn't, and you say you should have Purple Hearts when you don't,
right.
Valor medals when you don't, admitting to war crimes that you didn't even do.
Jesus,
it's not just the book. You also
admitting to war crimes you didn't even do is fucking hilarious, isn't it? Tim Kennedy's a different species, boy.
Did this on podcast, the largest podcast in America.
But it's okay, everyone. Brendan Schaub is here to defend me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'll do it. I'm not surprised, as Brendan's current co-worker he tortures, Chris D'Elia, if FBI alumni, is out here still saying stuff.
That's a crazy headline, isn't it? That is a crazy headline. Like, do everything I say. 10 women claim comedian Chris D'Elia preyed on them. Like, you have 10 women who have, like, let's just imagine, right? Let's just be favorable to Chris D'Elia and say that they're all lying, right? It wasn't abuse, it was all consensual. To have 10 women out there who regret fucking you to this extent, where they now look back at it and think, that was a bit weird and creepy and a little bit abusive. That's not a good thing either. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, to have 10 women out there that regretted opening their legs to you is pretty miserable for most guys. Most guys wouldn't feel too good about that. It wouldn't make them feel good knowing that there's 10 women out there that really didn't have a good time with you and regret it deeply, to the point where they're willing to sit down with fucking the Rolling Stones and talk about it in exhaustive detail, even if it makes them look bad. God damn it. And that's your friend, that's your Brendan, that's your co-host, that's your business partner, that's your boy. I don't have any friends like that, thank God. I don't have many friends, but I don't have the friends I do have, they don't do this type of shit.
Stuff like this.
If you're mad at people for using power to have sex with women, then you have to be also mad at the women that fucked their way to the top, dude.
That is not the same thing. And the way that you're saying it so angrily with such passion makes me think that you have many other skeletons in your closet. Jesus Christ. Chris D'Elia. Big up NJ Ranger.
Hollywood told him to get on his knees and shouted at him that he's nothing.
Oh yeah, exactly.
No, but my point is you shouldn't be mad at any of it.
Fine.
After his apparent Cosby-level allegations, so, well, get to work, Tim. You've got plenty more you can get away with and still keep a career.
By the way, I don't give this ex-tour manager any credit, by the way. Fuck the ex-tour manager. He probably facilitated, allegedly, a lot of the things that have happened, allegedly. Maybe was involved, allegedly. So I don't give this ex-tour manager any credit. People like this that come out after the fact and try and expose and try and act like they're good people. No. You don't get any brownie points. You don't get any credit. You should have stopped it when it was happening. You should have put your foot down. You should have called the let's not call the police because we don't advocate for snitching. But you should have done something, and you didn't. And all of a sudden, you want to act like you're a good person. Get out of here.
Career. Brendan, Tim, Chris, they only have the best quality friends you can find. A truly crazy week for the fighter and the kid as the studio was at risk from the fires, and then Brendan tries to offload Brian to Texas, potentially ending one of the goof shows the internet has enjoyed for so long now.
If Brian moves, what happens to the podcast?
Well, we've always figured it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. He has to do what's best for him. That's what's best for Brian.
Yeah.
Might be what's best for finding the kid.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm still not certain what's happening with this whole thing. Did Brendan suggest moving to Texas to Brian because he's too scared to move there himself? But they need an excuse, so he puts it on Brian. Brian goes, which means he has to go for TFATK's sake. Or was this something that happened by chance, actually, and it's a perfect opportunity to now go to Austin, rekindle a relationship with Rogan, get back into stand-up comedy, and do that whole dance again? Maybe it might be a bit of both, but I'm really confused at the approach because it seems odd. Because now it seems like he's taking the lead. Brendan suggested, which I think is a good suggestion. Brendan actually was saying like something like a good friend should say. Hey, you went to film your special there. That's amazing. Now you have to build on it. You know what I mean? Because Brian, obviously, he's a bit of a fucking lazy bugger when it comes to comedy and shit. Just does the bare minimum to get by. But now you have to build on it. You have to kind of record this podcast, record this special, put it as soon as possible, build on this momentum, but also be out there in the clubs and be performing every week and be part of the circle again. Which is going to be hard because, they fell out with Bobby Lee. But still, reintegrate yourself back in there. Good suggestion. But then now it seems like he's taking a lead, and now he's the one that's like, I think he said in the previous pod that Slow Joe was like talking to like realtors and stuff to look at properties. So they're already thinking of legitimately moving. Interesting, isn't it? I wonder what that's all about, man. Big up Koila in the stream chat. I swear Papa wants Kylan to leave, but can't fire him because it would require a severance. I don't think that's true. No, I don't think that's true. I think people like Brendan, these type of pathological liar, bullshit artists, douchebag types, they usually have one or two people close to them that they do well by, that they do good by, because everybody else is obviously an enemy because they don't think they do anything wrong. So in Brendan said he's a perfect person, he has no reason to hate him, but they also think he's subtly or subconsciously conscious that Brian is also one of his only actual real friends that's going to hold him down. So I don't think he would do that to Brian. I don't think he will do that, to be honest. He might scam him. He might lie about what the pod makes and then take some more money. But I don't think he would go as far as saying that, hey, get off the pod so I can have all the money. I don't think so. Because I also don't think he could handle doing TFATK by himself. Or every week. It would drive him nuts. He needs to have a co-host anyway. He kind of enjoys laying off some of the workload or the burden on Brian. So I don't think it's that. I would love to know what is going on though. It seems that something seems awry. Something doesn't seem all too well here. Something seems a bit dodgy.
Maybe. You never know. Maybe we.
But I know what
you're flirting with the idea.
Who are we kidding though? Austin Shorb, incoming at this rate. Well, that's if Rogan will have him on. The last Shorb ep was 2022, and Fire Companion is his only hope now.
Wow, the last time he was on there was 2022.
on.
Wow, the last time he was on there by himself was 2022. I did not know that. Damn, son. Damn. And before that, they're saying the last of it. So the last one before 2022 was 2019. That can't be right. God damn.
The last Shaw bet was 2022, and Fire Companion is his only hope now.
And then I called Rogan. He's like, "Man, get the fuck out."
I knew exactly how to plan it in your head.
Connects me with his realtor, and I connected that realtor to my wife. And she booked the.
Obviously, can't do nothing by himself. By the way, always asks for handouts and help, and palms off the work to somebody else. Now she does it. I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ, take some leadership or something, no?
Fucking trip to Austin.
Well, you start seeing the houses. You start seeing what you can get.
The last live fighter and the kid at the Step Mothership was ages ago, promising a special guest that didn't happen, and didn't continue on like they said as Brendan stopped selling tickets, and Brian's on his way there too. If Daddy Joe gives the boys the keys to the mothership, we might just see mouth to ass clout on stage for a little bit of career revival. And
I can't wait to hear all the haters. I can't wait to hear all the fellow comedians sending like sly digs and like, sneak dissing when they do go back. I can't wait for the tone to change and all these comedians that have had it nice, who have been in the, because Rogan, he's a loyal guy, and you'll probably will sort Brendan out with a spot. You probably will sort out Brian with a spot. I can't wait to hear those guys complain on pods about how it's changed now that Rogan's LA friends are in town. I cannot wait. It'll be so fucking juicy. Big up Retroactive. You're a fucking G. Big up Retroactive. Always great videos from him. Let's move on and let's do a little bit of Brendan Shaw talking about UFC 311 recap. This is courtesy of Shorb Show. So let's see what he's saying here.
And now, Brendan Six Boy Shaw.
Yeah, Monday morning, January 20th. It was a chaotic morning driving in the studio. Multiple accidents. Fog on 1 trillion. Fog or smoke, I can't tell. Do you guys have to deal with it at all?
It was fog.
It's foggy?
Fog, yeah.
Man, it is a thick-ass fog, too. You never know these days in Cali. Smog or smoke, Either way, not good. Fresh off the plane from Mecum in Kissimmee, Florida.
But by the way, how weird is it, right? How weird is it? Just in terms of like weirdness, don't you find it strange? And I don't know how to say this, but him and Slojo have a very odd relationship. I just thought about this now because he said he's fresh off the plane. Could you imagine a scenario? Anybody here that's got a girlfriend? Anybody here has a wife? Could you imagine a scenario where your wife and your 2 kids go to the wedding of your wife's best friend, but then you happen to have to go to a car auction? Could you imagine that being allowed to run? Could you imagine being allowed to go to a car auction while your wife goes to the wedding of one of her best friends? It would never happen. Never ever happen. I would never have that luxury of being able to go to a fuck somewhere else while that is happening. Could you imagine? So what do you think is going on? Do you think she doesn't mind when he does this sort of stuff? Like, oh, I've got something else booked. Do you think like she doesn't give a fuck? Does he get out of it by booking stuff on purpose so he doesn't need to hang? Because it seems like he doesn't really like hanging out with her friends. It seems like we don't really see much pictures of him with her friends. It doesn't look like they go out. They don't do like double dates and shit. He doesn't hang out with her when she's with her friends or anything. He seems to avoid her friends like a plague, unless it's his birthday, all right, or that stuff. So I wonder how he gets away with it, because I can't think like the girls I've been involved with, like. I can't think this ever being allowed. This could be like a potential relationship breakup action. This could be one of those type of things that you don't get. It's like, when sometimes like you forget a birthday. This is one of those type of things that you forget. Don't say you don't forget. As a man, you probably don't anticipate, or you're not aware of the damage it can do to your long-term prospects by forgetting a birthday, forgetting an anniversary. Imagine not going to your wife's best friend's wedding. That is a tough one. That is a tough one. He happened, like, that car auction happened to be on the same time that the wedding was on. And why did he go there? To do what? Did he actually buy anything? Or did he go there to buy merch and to do a bit of media? I guess you can justify it by saying that this is for the family. If I don't go here and make money, you can't get your Birkin, but big up Asada Aziz.
It almost seemed like Bappa got the best of both worlds. It about her friend's wedding but also seems like not a beast of a dad.
That's the thing. That's the great point. Didn't he quit stand-up comedy to spend more time with his family? He doesn't spend any time with his family unless the kids are playing baseball. He doesn't really seem to hang out with them unless it's baseball or Christmas. That's when they put pictures of them, pretend like they're a family or stuff. But for the most part, he seems to enjoy avoiding them like the plague. So like, what is all this beast? What is all this beast of a dad shit about? You're only a beast of a dad when you got to buy them things or when they got to play a sport that you like. But when it comes to making some time for your wife and to hang out and shit, not such a beast anymore. Big up IDZ.
Give her a blue chew fill dig. You can do anything.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know, man. I just want to know how he gets away with it. That's all I want to know. I want to know how he's so lucky to get away with it in this way, especially with her being a Latina. Like, you know what I mean? She's not like some wallflower. They're usually fiery people. They're usually all about commitment and loyalty and shit. They're usually very passionate, very fiery people. Usually sometimes they crash out at like a moment's notice, at the slightest bit of fucking inconvenience or, incorrectly perceived, insult. They'll usually go crazy. So the fact that Brendan gets away with this is pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie, because I could never get away with this. Like, never.
Your boy was out there doing some work for Meekum. Boy, you see it on TV, grew up watching it.
Doing some work for Meekum, or were you there anyway? And then they got you to do an interview with them. You see, again, the unnecessary lies. So he probably went out there anyway to do the auction. And because he's somewhat of a public figure, they probably, sorted him out with some media shit. But you didn't go there to do some work for them. You just went there as an influencer type thing. But you didn't really do work for them, really, did you? The lies are so unnecessary.
I record all the Meekums, watch it for hours, and you see all these fancy cars, and then you get there and you have no idea. It was, how would I put it? Overwhelming. It's almost like SEMA, where 3 days isn't enough. There's so much to see.
No, I want Bappa doing stand-up. He is the funniest MF. I love Bappa. Funnier than Rogan. It's a right beat and I'm here for it.
Funnier than Rogan. Will I down that hill? Funnier than Rogan? No, I can't down that hill. I don't think it's funnier than Rogan. I think it's close though. I don't think Rogan, because Rogan's like what, 30 plus years in stand-up? 20 plus years stand-up comedian? I don't think Rogan is like 15 years better than Brendan. No, not that. I think Brendan is very close. That's the real insult to Rogan's comedy. Brendan is very close to his level, and he's been doing it far shorter than him. But big up US Aziz. Big up also LB in the stream chat. My husband and I do a lot of socializing separately, but a wedding for a family member is a family activity. No, same. The same. I'm the same. Usually socializing and stuff, because I don't really have, friends like that anyway, so you can't really socialize with my friends. But usually that sort of stuff is not something, you know what I mean? And I'm not really one to like hang around with the girls and stuff, you know what I mean? It's not really kind of my vibe. And I'm also a big believer in letting the girls kind of do their own thing. I never liked it when like the boyfriends would be like stuck to the girlfriends or the wives. And even when they're having like a girls' night, it's like, come on, man. Like when it's all the couples there, fair enough. But when there's girls, let the girls do their girl thing, innit? But when it's like a family thing or like some sort of event, yeah, for sure I'm there. Do you know what I mean? Big up Asada Aziz.
Bappa made you laugh more than Rogan. Shut up, Oz.
Yeah, he did. Did he? Did he? Did he? Bappa made you laugh more than Rogan. We have to go back to the tape. We have to analyze the tape. You got to do VAR for that one. I'm not gonna die on that hill. We got to do VAR. We got to do VAR. Big up on disease.
So many badass cars, and not just the crazy stuff you see online and that they post. I like that stuff. I like it all, by the way. I like the Porsches. I like the Ferraris. I like the crazy Porsche.
First time he said the name Porsche and Ferrari since he started his whole like pickup truck thing. First time since he said that. By the way, do you think he really likes these chains, or he's wearing them because he's getting paid? They look so fake, innit? They look literally like they've been 3D printed. He loves these fucking Rampage Jackson. I've got what it's called. Is it called Jackson? The brand? He has them on the table and he's podcasting. He's always wearing that chain.
917 that went for 25 million, and the guy turned the deal down by the guy. I mean, Jerry Seinfeld. The build-up, it's Steve McQueen's 917, so it's in the movie Le Mans. Historical Porsche, one of the best Porsches ever, and there's all this build-up around it, and it's just the belle of the ball.
Also, that car's a Porsche. I never knew that. That Le Mans, that Porsche 97, is it 917? That's a Porsche. I never knew that. I never knew that was a Porsche. I don't know why I didn't think that was a Porsche. Fuck, okay. I had no idea that was actually a Porsche. That's fucking sick. This one, isn't it, right? That's a Steve McQueen one. This one has like Tiffany blue with the orange. I had no idea that was a Porsche. Wow. It sold for 16 million. God almighty. Big up Tommy. Porsche's delight. Porsche's delight. Light. Porsche's delight. Big up Tommy. Big up Tommy in the stream chat. The 1970 Porsche 917K from Steve McQueen's movie Le Mans may sell for $16 million. Wow. When it comes to the marquees, with the most wins at Le Mans, Porsche currently reign supreme with 19 first place finishes, a legacy launched by the Porsche 917, an exquisite example of the model, one featured in Steve McQueen's film Le Mans, and it's set to cross the block at the Gooding and Company Pebble Beach auctions on August 18th. We have never had a 917 Porsche at auction until now. This is the wonderful example. Actually, I want to see if it sold in Meacham. Did it sell in Meacham? Let's see if it sold in Meacham. How much did it sell for? He said it was what? How much did he say it sold for? Let's see. Did they sell it? Did they sell it on the news? Jerry Seinfeld's 1960 fails to sell despite record bid. Also, it didn't actually get sold. Okay. Jerry Seinfeld's 1969 Porsche 917K fails to sell despite $25 million bid. So how much did he want to sell it for then? He wouldn't sell it for 25 mil. Is this road legal, do you think? Do you think this is road legal? It's fucking beautiful, isn't it? I even like how it's all the crackling on the steering wheel, the leather. It's fucking gorgeous, man. You actually sit another person in the passenger seat. Okay, cool. That makes sense because Le Mans, you always have a person with directions and shit in it, right? But fucking hell. Look at how gorgeous this car is. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Steve McQueen's signature finished. Thanks for the stronger, something like that. I don't know what that says there. So how much did Jerry Seinfeld want for this shit? Meacham Kissimmee 220 auction, a 996 Ford GT. The Porsche in question is quite a famous rig depicting a fictional 24-hour race in Le Mans. So how much did he want for it? The same year. Okay, cool. Meacham revealed that Seinfeld's 917 will go under the hammer in 2024. At the time, experts estimated that it could fetch up to $40 million to become the world's most expensive Porsche, and it almost did with a $25 million bid. However, the amount wasn't enough for Jerry Seinfeld to lift the reserve. So this was wow. So Jerry Seinfeld wanted more than 25 mil. I wonder how much he actually wants for it. I wonder what his actual price is for this. Bidding started at 50 million and reached 21 million in less than 2 minutes. Another 90 seconds or so saw a bid reach 25 mil. From then on, the bid caller spent about 3 minutes trying to convince someone in audience to offer 26 mil, and it felt like they were trying too hard. The strategy annoyed some attendees who began questioning whether Seinfeld wanted to actually sell the car. "Come on, Jerry, are you going to sell this thing or not?" someone shouted, while other attendees started to throwing offensive words at the comedian when the bid order of the 917 off the stage and unsold. Many people booed the decision. You can hear the ruckus in the video below. Wow. But while the 917 failed to find a buyer while on stage, it doesn't necessarily mean it will return to Typo's garage. When an unsold lot gets bid on status, Meacham continues with other bidders behind closed doors. All told, the 917K is still likely to sell for a record sum. Unfortunately, information will probably remain undisclosed. So why didn't Jerry want to sell it? Like, what does he want? What's that? Hey, AZ, look up Ultima GTR. What's that? Ultima GTR. What's that? God almighty. What the fuck is this? Look at that. That is pure and utter sex, isn't it? That is pure and utter sex. God almighty, look at that. That is gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, okay. Okay, how much that set me back? If I want to buy it, how much that set me? Buy. How much am I looking at? Oh, is it 80 grand? Is that it? Look, you can get it on. It's available on Auto Trader. Someone's selling on Auto Trader. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Well, I need what? About 10 more members? 10 more members. And I'll get myself an Ultima GTR. I'll trade my fixie for one of these. I'll trade my fixed gearback for one of these. Big up, big up NZ. Let me see this clip. I want to see the people gasping in the audience.
The legendary endurance racer and motorsport pioneer, 3-time Daytona 24 Hours winner, 2-time 12 Hours of Sebring champion, former owner of 917-022. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Redman.
And the other thing too, I got a note too about not being there for your family. If I couldn't go to my girlfriend's or wife's best friend's wedding, and I went to a car auction, and I was posting Instagram stories of myself having fun, sitting in expensive cars, talking to people, clearly a bit drunk, on the Instagram stories, buying merch, talking to strangers, taking pictures with fans, Instagram stories, I might have to sleep on the couch. I might have to sleep in the car. I might have to sleep outside. I might have to find a hotel room. That's going to be a problem. It's fair enough you're going somewhere else, but then posting about having fun.
And also, upholding the legacy of the King of Cool, Steve McQueen's grandson, Chase McQueen.
Jerry Seinfeld made them get Steve McQueen's grandson there and he still didn't sell the car. Yo, Jerry's a greedy motherfucker, isn't it? He loves, Jerry knows the value of $1, bro. He loves his money. I think even it happened the same thing with Seinfeld, didn't he? Wasn't it well known that Jerry Seinfeld was very, insistent about how much he sold the fucking the show for? I think I read something about that, right? Something about he was holding out for a lot of money for it. He runs a, he's all about the bargain. He's all about running a, getting his price. Sorry, not running a bargain. He was all about getting his price. If he can't get his price, he's not selling.
It's time to do it, ladies and gentlemen. S237, a 1969 Porsche 917K, chassis number 917022, one of the most recognizable race cars of all times. Purchased new in 1970, directly from the Porsche factory by Steve McQueen. Used extensively in filming of the iconic 1971 film Le Mans, the hero car driven by McQueen during race sequences in the film. Specially prepped and altered for him for film production in many ways. However, the entire car was repainted New graphics were installed during the restoration.
Yeah, big up Farfik. Well, just because it costs a lot doesn't mean he's greedy. You'd be damned to sell it for less than it's worth. Yep. I don't mean that. The article that I read said it should be sold for between 14 to 16. So I just assumed that was what it was worth, 40 to 16 million. Don't know how much he paid for it though. So if you paid 20, I get why he's holding out for more. But you know, if you paid less and it's meant to be selling for 14 to 16 and you get an offer for 25, it seems like an easy deal. You know what I mean? But again, maybe it's more. I don't know. I have no idea about cars anyway.
To correctly match the blue and orange Gulf Oil number 20 livery seen in the movie Le Mans. Original matching numbers V12, 4-speed,
I want to hear the booing.
synchro mesh manual transaxle, Bosch mechanical fuel injection.
Fast forward a little bit. I want to hear the booing.
17 at 17. For it. I have 17, you're going to get 20, 9, 18, 20, 18 million, you're going to get 20. I have $18 million bid. Give $20 million for it. I have 18 bid, you're going to get 20, you're going to get 20, you're going to get 20, you're going to get 20 million. At $20 million here, you're going to get 20, you're going to get 20, you're going to get 20. At 20.
Imagine bidding $20 million for a car, man. Fucking insane.
I have $20 million bid, $21 million. At 20 bid, you're going to get 1 bid, you're going to get 1, you're going to get 21. At $21 million bid, you're going to get 21. At 21 million, I have $20 million bid, $21 million. At $20 million is the
How
bid.
much is it? How much?
21.
How much?
22.
How much?
22.
How much?
$22
How much?
million. 21. 22. 21. 22. Anybody over here? All I see are phones.
Peace, bitches.
21, $22 million, 21, 22, $21 million, baby, but get 22, $22 million, $23 million. I have 22, baby, but get 3, but get 3, but get 23. At 22, you better get 23 million. I have 22, baby, but get 3, but get 3, but get 23 million. $22 million is the bid. $23 million. 22, 23, 22, $23 million. I have 22 bid, you better get 3. 23 million is bid. $24 million. 23 bid, you better get 4. I have 23 million, you better get $24 million bid, you better get 3 and now 4. I have 23 million, you better get 24. $23 million bid. 24. $25 million. I have 24, 25.
They got so excited. They got so excited.
I have 24, 25. At 24 million, you better get $25 million. $24 million bid. $25 million. Anybody else? 24. $25 million, $26 million.
Are we going to sell it, Jerry Seinfeld? Come on, we going to sell that thing or what?
I have 25 here, you better go 6. At $25 million bid, you better go 26. I have 25, 26. At 25 million, you better get $26 million. I have 25 and now 26. I have 25 million, you better get $26 million. I have 25, 26. At 25 million, you better get $26 million. At 25 and now 26.
Sell this car or what?
25, 26, 25 bid, you better get $26 million. At 26 million dollars. 25,
I don't
26,
think the reserve is off
$25
yet.
million is the bid. $26 million. 25
on the other side that it is also signed on the other side of the car. Says thanks for staying together, Steve McQueen.
$25 million is the bid. $26 million. I have 25 bid, you're gonna get 26. I have 25 million.
Oh, come on, get to the booing. Get to the fucking booing.
Well, I'll be. Well, I'll be.
$25 million is the bid. don't hate me. I'm going to close the bid at $25 million.
There we go.
And the bid
There's
goes
the
on. I think they still step aside.
There's
roll
the
it
boo.
out.
We got it. We got the boo. We got the boo. Anyway, let's go back to Brendan.
All, and we're in the room. It's so intense, and they start off at 10 million. It gets up to 20 million. This dude offered 22 million in the arena, and you're like, what's that guy do? Imagine that, dude. What's that guy do? And then, can I get 23 million, 23 million, 20 million, 23 million, 24 million? Can I get 24 million, 24 million? Can I get 25 million? $25 million. I'm like, oh my, I'm stressed. I have no skin in the game. And then he's like, 25 million going once, 25 million going twice. Can I get 26 million? Can I get 26 million? I'm like, 25, you're good, dude. And then 5 minutes goes by. Steve McQueen's grandson gets on the mic just to give a little extra push. Can I get 26 million? Can I get 26 million? Another 5 minutes go by. Can I get 26 million? And then he's like, don't kill me. But the bid goes on. The whole crowd's like, oh. I'm like, what does Jerry want, dude? Rumor is he wanted 40 for that bad boy. What?
Oh, he wants 40 million.
It? That's it. That's the 917.
So he wants
Steve
40. He
McQueen's
wants
finest.
40 million. Okay. Is that,
Wild,
is that a
dude.
good price?
Who?
Is that a good price? Wanting 40 million for that? Is that good? Or is that a bad price? He wants 40 million, it seems like. I guess he must have paid 30 or something, or maybe higher than 25.
Has that money. And then I'm right by the auction table. I get to slam the pink sold. I got to do all that. But then there was just families of their like grandfather's collections, just the craziest collections I've ever seen. And
They got dropped from MIA. I have to wait until Friday when I'm paid. Hilarious.
they're just selling like 10 cars, making like $30 million that weekend. What? People were like, oh, you're here bidding on these cars? I'm like, right. I'm looking at the Power Wagons over there for 30K, you know? I'm looking at the Power Stroke, the OBS F-150s, 250s. Because what you don't see on TV is there's a surplus of just dope stuff, project cars, trucks. I mean, thousands of them. 6.0, 6.4, 6.7, 7.3s, Hemis, Cummins. I mean, there's all sorts of cool stuff there. If you're looking for a car, it's not just what you see on TV. It's like if you're just a regular person, they got rides for you at crazy deals. That's what I was there for. They had cool stuff. I had such a good time. Jay came out. It was fun. We had such a good time. $25 million, though. God dang. It was wild. Straight up wild. I had to watch the fights. Didn't have to, but we were going to watch it with.
I didn't have to. Yeah, you do. Isn't it part of your job? I've always, this part of the Brandon Shaw identity has always interested me. This like very this apathy he has for the UFC. But then it's a big part of his business, a big part of his income, big part of his identity. But he clearly doesn't like the UFC, which is alright. It's a good reason because he was kind of, treated a bit badly, and he had these fallings out with Dana and whatever else it may be. So he has his reasons, Reebok deal and all that shit. But he really hasn't let go of that grudge. Even till now, like he kind of, even watching it makes him miserable. Like he really doesn't enjoy it. Like he doesn't really enjoy, or like, obviously he kind of praises it because it makes a lot of money and it's successful. But you can tell he really doesn't enjoy watching fights. It kind of just, it's always flashbacks of when he was fighting and reminds him of the times that he was doing bad or whatever. Or maybe part of him is jealous because, he knows if he would have did UFC nowadays, he probably would have been way more rich. He probably would have been richer and probably more famous if he was fighting now and then went into podcasting, but he probably did a bit too early and kind of missed out on a lot of the kind of hype and the love fighters get nowadays. But yeah, man, every time the subject comes up is like about watching the fights, it's like, ugh, Jesus, so weird.
The guy from Orange County Choppers, the old man.
Oh, Paul Tuttle, right?
Yep.
Paul Tuttle Sr.
Paul Sr. We were supposed to watch Paul Sr. at what are they called? Twin Peaks. But I hate watching fights in public, so I can't hear it. I like to dive in.
I hate watching fights in public. Don't get me wrong. Like, obviously watching UFC fights at home is preferable than watching in a busy bar. But it's nothing wrong with it. It's like watching a football game. What's wrong with watching UFC or boxing, especially in a busy bar where it's like hype and everyone's drinking? It's actually kind of fun. Like, I don't like it. It's like, I want to watch it by myself in the cupboard. Okay.
So I convinced Lex and Jay just to go back to the house and watch it. We stayed at Jimmy Buffett's, like this.
Yeah, that's a good point, Brendan Mallory. That's a good point. Yeah, he does. He's more of a Bravo, Netflix. What's that other channel? Is it? No, that is Bravo, right? Bravo's all the reality TV shows, isn't it? Yeah, he's more of that type of dudes. But I also just think apart from obviously liking that sort of stuff, I also think a part of him just has a lot of hate for how it ended in the UFC. It really does kind of bug him how it ended. He doesn't, you know what I mean? It kind of irks him to his core.
Jimmy Buffett, like condo thing. It's kind of weird, but it was awesome. So three of us, it was like a Airbnb.
That's the one, E. That's the one, Josie. Yeah, big up Josie. That's the one, E. Yeah, E's the other one. Yeah, he's that kind of guy.
But we stayed there and then just streamed it from my phone to the TV and bought the pay-per-view that way. We were able to watch from the prelims up. But we watched it there. This is what sucks with the East Coast. I mean, the prelims didn't start till like 9. The main card started at 10 p.m. I mean, that main event, it was like midnight, 12:30 by the coast. It's like, what? Those poor people on the East Coast, man. It must suck.
Yeah, when I was on the East Coast, I mean, I would basically just fall asleep and wake up and watch them the next morning.
Yeah, I fell asleep by the co-main event, had to wake up, and then I watched it on the plane. And I watched it again this morning. But I was like trying to stay awake. After Yuri Jamal, which was such a fantastic fight, I'm like, oh my God, how do these people do it, man? Great card, though. Great card. Obviously, got the last-minute replacement with Hanato filling in for our boy Armin Sarukian. Here's what's dope. I have a buddy who is always at the gym.
X to doubt. Press X to doubt.
Armenian fella. Home game for Sarukian. Clearly, there's a huge Armenian fan base out here. They're banking on Sarukian. This dude gets the VIP. He gets the weigh-in, the press con. I mean, buys every single VIP ticket you can get. He gets floor seats. They switch the opponent, right? On what, Friday? They switch the opponent. And I thought of him. I didn't talk to him. We don't know each other via text. Just at the gym, we always talk about fighting. But I saw him this morning, and he's like, you know what's dope, dude? Is I didn't have to do anything. UFC sent me my money back. I'm like, what? He's like, because the main event switched, they just sent me the money back. I'm like, damn. He's like, and then I was able to buy floor seats for half the price. Now, I think Dana said, he goes, when we switched to Hanato, we sold whatever, this many more tickets on Friday. That's not a case of Hanato being bigger than Sarukian. That's not I mean, the Armenian fan base here is wild. I think that's a case.
I love how he tries to do this like business proving Dana wrong thing. I love it, man. I love it. This hate he has for Dana. I hope he knows the hate he has for Dana is basically similar to the hate the homeless cats on the Reddit have for him. It's the same type. They're never gonna let it go. They want to see you fail, but at least the homeless cats don't like pretend that they want to see him do well. He does this whole like pretending he wants Dana to do well. No, he doesn't. I mean, no, he doesn't. He hates that motherfucker, which is understandable. They've got a personal grudge. I just hate the positive, the like fake, oh, we're fine, we're friends, we're cool type of thing. When really you hate that motherfucker. You wanna see him DIE. You know what I mean? Like for sure. If you could make him DIE, you would. I love how he does it. Like always nitpicking away at things that Dana said, and it's fucking funny.
Of people just buying tickets late on Friday because we're dealing with fires, and they didn't know if it was just a last minute thing. Listen, Nato's great. I love him as much as the next guy. He ain't pulling crowds like that, and he was already on the card.
How do you know that?
So it's not like people are like, oh, Hanato's fighting, I have to buy a ticket on Friday. No, he was already. They were already going to see him. It was a case of.
So what's the point of rescheduling a fight then? So if there's no point. It doesn't make any sense. So What's the point of rescheduling fights? What's the point of trying to get him on the main? What's the point of, going for Ronaldo to fight in the main fight anyway? To be fair, I don't even know what point he's trying to make here. I don't know what point he's trying to make. He's just splitting hairs here because he hates Dana. I really don't even know what point he's trying to make. I swear to God.
The people dealing with horrible fires didn't know that, like, I'm not gonna buy tickets yet. And Friday, like, we're actually okay, or maybe they're they're out of the zone, or their house is safe now, or the winds died down unexpectedly, and they're like, all right, let's go to the fights. That's what that is. So don't think Sarukin's not a draw. It has nothing to do with that. Belle of the Ball is that arena. That Inuit, that looked dope. You're telling me that's not better than the Sphere in every capacity? That thing was fucking filthy. That place, like,
what's wrong with his mouth again? Has he got like a chewy in? Why is his mouth doing that sound? Like, what is that? That because of the snus, or the, what do you call it? The nicotine pouches. He's got this, like he's got a sweet in his mouth or something. Why does his mouth sound like that? Fair. That's fair.
Is that arena? That Inuit, that looked dope. You're telling me that's not better than the Sphere in every capacity? That thing was fucking filthy.
His tongue is like inflamed, isn't it? I'm sure he's allergic to something he doesn't know he's allergic to, because his tongue's inflamed. That tongue is fucking filthy.
Belle of the Ball is that arena. That Inuit, that looked dope. You're telling me that's not better than the Sphere in every capacity? That thing was fucking filthy. That place looked dope. That place looked fantastic. So let's talk about the card.
He hates the UFC. He hates it. Look at him. He fucking hates his job in it. And it's one of the easiest jobs in the world. You get paid to watch the UFC, essentially. Essentially, you get paid to watch UFC fight cards and talk about them on your pod. Being a former fighter, this should be like tea and cake. This should be fucking light work for you. To assess, review, give a little couple of hot takes, maybe take a contrarian view on a couple of things. It shouldn't be that difficult. But you know what he does? He just waits for Luke Thomas to do his show, then just rabbits what Luke Thomas says in his own words. Because some of his fans don't watch Luke Thomas, so I'm just going to tell you what Luke Thomas says in my own words. That's all he does. He doesn't even have his own hot takes. Doesn't even have his own unique point of view or perspective. And then he comes into it with this type of attitude, already down, already somber. Come on, Brandon, get the energy up, mate. Be excited. It was a good fight card.
Where do we start? We're going to start with Peyton Talbot. So Peyton Talbot, let's see, if I had to give this card a theme, it would be going into deep waters. So there's levels to this game. You have your tip of the spear, one of one, generational fighters who can live between the 3 and championship caliber spot. You have those guys and everyone else, the contenders, and it even drops down from there. And for a lot of these guys, they were going into deep waters they've never been, and they learned the hard way they can't paddle in those waters. They're not going to survive.
Waters.
So for one of those guys, and again, it's all good. For one of those guys, it's Peyton Talbot.
Unlucky, man. Yeah, Peyton Talbot. Unlucky for him. Frank Ocean's he's a friend of Frank Ocean, actually, which is weird. I guess that might explain why Frank Ocean fucked up. Who did he fuck up in that fight? Was it Chris Brown? Or somebody? That legendary story that Frank Ocean beat someone up at a studio. That might explain why Frank Ocean can fight so well. Because maybe Frank Ocean's an undercover trainer. I think that's actually quite good. That's actually something quite good, That's something that I would definitely do. Like, not tell anybody I trained and just train on the side. People don't do that, though. Guys usually like to post pictures of them hitting pads, hitting the heavy bag, sparring. But that's something that I would definitely do. Just train Muay Thai, MMA, wrestling, whatever you want to do. But just never post about it on social media. So then when the time comes where someone tests you, you can fuck them up because they'd have no idea that you do anything because you don't post anything online. Do you know what I mean? That would be a quite good satisfaction to like turn someone's lights off and they have no idea that you train. But yeah, Frank Ocean's friend unfortunately lost.
It's Peyton Talbot. A lot of hype on him. He's just starting to get on people's radars, but if you're a hardcore, this is the guy who started this fight. The UFC knows it. There's a reason he was the main event on the prelims. It was just too much too soon. Too much too soon. Oh, the kid can't grapple. Kid can't grapple, can't wrestle. They pushed him too fast. this matchup, you give him a straight up vet. Now, his last fight, he did beat a vet, but just stylistically, this was a complete nightmare for him. And here's the thing, Peyton's young. He still has a long ways to go. We're all expecting the Conor path, the John Jones path, you know, where they should get skyrocketed to the front. And the UFC's kind of done better at not throwing these guys to the fucking wolves. But for Peyton, he's 26. His first loss, somebody's has got to go. His went. So it's all good. I think for him as a learning lesson, I always say this, for these young guys, when they lose a fight and they're undefeated and they have all this hype on them, I feel sorry for the guy he has to fight next. He's going to fuck that dude up because he has skill. He just has a lot of holes in his game. So he's still a young, exciting fighter. Don't jump off the bandwagon. What's interesting about Peyton is I've had this happen a number of times where big sponsors go, man, who's the next guy? They always ask me, who's the next guy we should work with? I'm like, well, you don't want to try to get to a Yuri or an Islam. They're already set. You want a guy, you want to grow with that guy, and you can see the potential where he's become a superstar. You know, that's what you want to do. You don't want a guy who's already cemented and his legacy set, like you're going to pay up the fucking ass. You want a kid with a good following, a lot of potential.
Went to blow my nose, and unfortunately, I dropped my fucking piercing somewhere down on the floor, and I've got fucking carpet, and there's no way to fucking find it. I'm so pissed. I blew my nose, and I went in there. I heard it like drop. I don't know where it dropped. I'm definitely not gonna find it. It's like a tiny fucking ball. I lost the whole thing. Shit. Oh well. Oh well.
He's on the prelims, and grow with him and make the money with him. Don't go for a vet and whatever, pay him $1 million and then, you know, he's with you for 2 or 3 fights, probably goes on a losing skid, or he just gets older and falls out. You're gonna
Actually, you know what? Let's pass. I don't care about his UFC fucking predictions. What do you have to say about this? This is some common. Let's actually see what we have to say about. Let's go to current events. I don't care about his UFC fights. Let's see what he says about current events.
Not available in all states. Progressive Insurance. You're welcome. What else you got, Jen?
Chris Weidman announced his retirement.
Big up Uche. AZ never fished crack rocks out of the carpet. It shows. Yeah. I'm not that guy. I'm a little bit bougie for that sort of shit. I'll just go buy another bag. I was never that kind of guy that was like be scraping bags. So I'll just go buy another one. It's not that deep. But yeah. Fuck, I can't find the ball. I'm hoping you find it later. I'm so fucking pissed. It's a nice bar as well, and I've lost the whole thing. I've lost the bar and the ball. Damn.
He's the man.
Mm-hmm.
He's the man. What they played his trip.
Hold on. Is he drinking that short thing? Is he drinking that fucking fake snake oil anti-hangover thing?
What else you got, Jen?
Oh no, I thought he was drinking it.
Chris Weidman announced his retirement.
He's the man.
Mm-hmm.
He's the man.
Is he?
What they played his tribute on what?
I think he announced it on the weigh-in show, but I'm not sure when they did the tribute.
I think he put it on UFC socials, but yeah, he deserves it. I'd like him to do something more special, especially a former champ, Weidman, the All-American. Like,
Hall of Famer.
He could have walked him out. Yeah, come on now.
Look at him acting like he could do the UFC job better. Walked him out and did what? Look at him. He feels like he can organize a UFC card and event way better. I love these like ideas he has. I love it.
Yeah, he's the man. I love Chris.
Okay.
Nothing else, no? Okay, cool. No other comments?
Also,
look at Chin, bro. That's the most Asian I've seen him look at a computer. That's the most Asian I've ever seen him look at a computer. Look at that. Is he blind? Like, even with his glasses? He can't see even with his glasses. He's struggling to see even with his glasses. And they look like they're super thick. He's a super high prescription, whatever. You know what I mean? He needs those glasses and he still can't see. Fucking hell. Look at that face. Got that gamer face, isn't it? Huh?
Okay. Also, we talked about a bunch of this already. So Benil Dariush said he got paid his show money and his win money, which I thought was rad.
Brendan still hasn't paid BGO allegedly, so he won't make a comment about that.
Oh, this is kind of funny where Yuri Proskop on the post-fight press conference was saying, they were telling him that the commentators are saying like he still fights with his, hands down.
I had in the first round, hands down.
The broadcast team made a comment that you appear to be having trouble with hands.
Fuck them. I worked on that so much. So I think it should be. You should see that.
He basically said, "Fuck them." I've been working on.
Yeah, I'm with him. Like all these people, they want to criticize Yuri and like, oh, he needs to have his hands up. That's what makes him great. Now it's a liability, no doubt, and he gets hit way too much. So head movement and distance. But these people that want to change him to this traditional fighter, he was champ. He was that style, which was even more reckless just a few years ago. He was champ.
Yeah, but I think Brendan does this as a projection because he refused to accept that maybe changing his style or adding more skills or tools to his arsenal would have made him a better fighter. Brendan has this weird thing about if you are a one way as a fighter, you can't improve yourself or add certain skill sets. Just do what you know how to do best. Don't bother trying to learn new things because it's no point. I understand that if you're like a jiu-jitsu guy and you've been doing it for 20 years, it's going to be pretty hard to get your like Muay Thai or your striking to be on the level of your jiu-jitsu because you've been doing it for 20 years. But surely learning how to kick, learning how to punch, learning about distance is still important. Even though you won't ever get it to a level that you got your jiu-jitsu because you just don't have enough time to do it, adding it or working on it is still an improvement. But Brendan seems to have this weird, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's to just to do with him because he could never learn. But he seems to have this weird thing where it's like, nah, you can't. Like, and whatever got you to the dance, whatever got you to the belt, that's good enough. Like, just keep doing that. It's like, no, but you want to be a great fighter. You want to put on amazing fights. You want to test yourself. You want to push yourself. Why not try and learn new things? And Jerry has, from what I saw in the fight, he just looks a lot less like all over the place. He's still all over the place, but you can tell he's tightened up a little bit. And he looks fucking scary. He looks fucking scary. But he's definitely tightened up a bit from how he was before. And that's obviously made him a better fighter all around and will likely help him if he wants to try and get the belt again. So, yeah, I don't understand this thing he has about not improving or not adding skills to your skill set.
Everyone shut up. Let him do his thing. Shut up.
I agree.
And now he's knocking on the door again. He's doing something right. Shut up.
No, but that's their job though, isn't it? They like talking about the UFC though. They're not going to shut up. That's their job. You should be doing this also. This is also your job. You should be also participating in these conversations, but Brendan doesn't enjoy his job, so he's not.
Everyone. Let Yuri do his thing. That's what makes him special. He's not conventional. It's going to be tough to bring in a sparring partner to mimic that. It's going to be super tough. His head movement look better. But if you're expecting him to be this traditional fighter, that takes away his magic. That's stupid.
Yep, I agree. So anyways, UFC 313. Now it's official that Alex Pereira will fight Magomed Ankalaev.
That's the right call. That's the right call. And we knew this was coming. But also, again, y'all going to fall for the hype. Y'all going to fall for Ankalaev's this insane grappler like a Big Islam or something. This motherfucker barely grapples. He barely shoots. Can he? Yes. Can he? Is he?
Is this gonna age like milk? Is this gonna age like milk? Is this gonna age like milk when Ankalaev puts on a fucking grappling masterclass? Is this gonna age like milk? Has he condemned Alex Pereira to a loss by like submission or something? Has he put the hex on Alex Pereira? This is gonna age like milk, isn't it? You know it is.
Better at takedowns and grappling Alex? Yes. But his striking's nowhere near as good as Alex. So again, the casuals and the media is going to fall for Ankalaev's a terrible matchup because all he does is shoot. The history shows that's not what he does. He can, but it's not his style. He shoots, I think, maybe one takedown a round. He's not some high output guy like Merab or Islam. It's just not what he does. So they're going to have Alex as an underdog, which is fucking crazy. These are the same morons that made Merab an underdog to Umar. Y'all must have forgot. You're going to fall for it.
This is gonna age like milk. I can't wait. Please, I can't wait for this fight. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, I want Alex Pereira to win, obviously, but this would be so funny. So funny if Alex Pereira ends up losing because he gets ragdolled or he gets fucking sat on the entire fight, and it just turns into one of those fights where he hardly has any time to strike because he just gets taken down and just grinded and dragged and poked and whatever. Oh, this is gonna be funny.
I think Alex beats him.
Okay, here we go. Good prediction.
And on that same card, this is official now: Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker.
Fun fight, great fight. BMF, both older. They've both had their run. I love it though. Love it. Love both those guys. Fan favorites. Can't wait.
Both.
Doesn't do much for the division. You know, it's an older division.
It's a great fight, but yeah,
it's great.
I hear you.
And barn burner. Hell yeah. Take money. BMF all day.
All right, some updates from the GFL, the Global Fight League.
GFL is dope.
They have like all these names now. Like obviously they're not at their peak, but right now it says they confirmed Henry Burrell, Todd Duffy, Douglas Lima, Chad Mendez, Yoel Romero, Shogun.
But here's the thing with GFL is GFL's a draft. So like Vanderlei Silva's on there. Vanderlei Silva ain't getting drafted because remember you want to put the best team together. So you have a LA team, a New York team, a Miami team, Sao Paulo team. What's the other one? I think Abu Dhabi team. So
Dubai,
Dubai. So you want to put your best foot forward. So you have Cain Velasquez as a coach.
Same thing. Abu Dhabi,
you have Luke
Dubai.
Barnett as a coach. Vanderlei Silva is a coach. Pitbull is a coach. Little Machida is a coach. So all those old heads got mentioned, and people are like, oh my God, this is going to be terrible. All these old dudes, and I'm with you. But they're just part of it. They're actually coaches. But you're going to draft the best 6 fighters in order to move your team.
Is he saying giraffe or is he saying draft?
Dudes, and I'm with you. But they're just part of it. They're actually coaches. But you're going to draft the best 6 fighters in order to move your team through the tournament. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'll get you. We get you.
Yeah, they have some big boys on there. It's
They
going
have
to be
a
dope.
ton of names.
It's
Like
going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be dope.
So Dana White was asked about, because Patricio
Here we
Pitbull,
go. Here we
he
go.
finally was
Here we go.
released from the PFL.
Here we go.
And he's a free agent. And I think also Aaron Pico's free agent, right?
Love that.
So Dana was asked about like, would he take them onto the UFC? He said with Pitbull, he's like, yeah, I'll talk to the team. We'll figure it out. But with Pico, everybody wants him here.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Pico,
We've been saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Pitbull, one of the best to ever do it. You've been waiting to see how he'd do against the tip of the spear UFC guys. So he's going to get straight put to the.
What is with this tip of the spear? Tip of the spear. What's with this saying tip of the spear? Why does he keep saying that? Did he hear it somewhere? Did he hear it somewhere recently? Who did he learn that from? Who did he copy that from? Who did he steal that from? Tip of the spear. Tip of the spear.
To the fire. For Aaron Pico, it's a long time coming. Both those guys would be great.
Yeah.
Aaron's one of my faves.
Oh, so this is just looking at the roster now. So apparently Clay Guida is no longer part of the UFC. Apparently was released, but it's just off the roster. So who knows if they're, I don't know, negotiations.
Yeah, probably released. All good. 18-year career. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me ask you this. Who do you think is favored in the Leon Edwards versus JDM fight?
JDM.
I didn't realize that, but yeah, he is.
Yeah. It's a tough fight for Leon.
Yeah, so JDM.
Plus 110, though. That's basically even money in MMA, but still, that's a great fight, man.
Yeah.
Great fight. They're just trying to get movement on it, too. A bunch of money's going to come in on Leon.
I would probably bet on it right now, too.
Yeah.
Maybe hold off on the betting, Chin. Hold off on the betting. Maybe the betting and the drinking is just not a good combination, right? Maybe hold off on one or the other. Or maybe choose one. If you're going to do the drinking, not the betting. Go to the betting, not the drinking. Let's choose one. Let's keep all our 2 balconies money, please.
All right.
Yeah,
so
Leon can definitely win that fight.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how excited you are about this, but Daniel Cormier and your boy Chael Sonnen are going to be coaches for Ultimate Fighter 33. That's later this year.
They're doing what they can to bring some life back into that thing. DC, they've both been coaches before. When they did on the broadcast, it was a little awkward, right? And Rogan didn't say anything.
He was just like,
Rogan was like,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna beat your butt, and Chael's like, well, you're like, oh, this is. They're trying, man. I don't get why they keep doing the Ultimate Fighter, but they're doing it.
All right, a quick boxing one here. That Turkey Al Sheikh, whatever, is saying that it's going to be Garcia versus Haney 2 in October, and then also Boots Ennis versus Teofimo.
That's great. It's a weird picture.
It is a very weird picture.
Strange picture.
This show is crumbling. Look at this.
So there's that.
He wants to go home. He wants to go home so badly.
What is this here? Oh, did
He
you
wants to
realize
go
that
home so badly?
Armin Sirkin used to play hockey for 10 plus years? He wanted to be in the NHL, but he just wasn't able to make it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know he's a crossover athlete.
10 plus, yeah.
That makes him even cooler.
Just like me. Is it just like me? Just
And
like
he was
me?
like very honest too. He was like, they didn't want to pick me, so I moved over to MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Brendan didn't say that though. Brendan lied and said he got a cup of coffee with the Buffalo Bills. At least Sorokin was honest about what happened. He tried for the NFL show, didn't quite make it. Brendan lies and said he plays football, but he didn't. He played in college, but never played in the NFL.
That, I mean, makes sense. That's why I went so far in MMA so fast. He's an athlete.
Yeah. He's definitely
just
a
like
badass.
me.
So Paddy Pimblett, we don't know when this actual event occurred, but he did a smoker in a gym against.
Yo, big up Asada Aziz.
I feel like I'm watching an interrogation.
Yeah, he fucking hates it, man. Shub Show is probably his least favorite show to do. Most likely, the most favorite one is definitely Golden Hour because of how much he loves Crystalia. Crystalia is definitely his true North Star. So he probably enjoys doing Golden Hour more. And obviously, Eric Griffin is like, always sucking him off and laughing, extra hard at his jokes. So that's probably enjoyable. And then most likely second is TFATK, and then Shub Show. Even probably After Hour, that After Dark, After Hour, whatever pod that they do, he probably enjoys that more than he enjoys doing Shub Show. He hates doing Shub Show. He literally goes through the motions. He fucking hates it because he has to talk about the UFC and he hates the UFC, hates Dana, but then pretends like he doesn't.
Another fighter from Octagon, the Octagon, right?
Yeah, that Octagon.
Yeah.
So
he kept talking smack.
Just online, saying how Patty's shit and all that?
Yep. And then finally went to the gym.
I watched it.
Yeah. And Patty held on to a choke.
Took him right down, got his back, and then held on to the choke.
Wouldn't stop.
Patty's a bad
The problem with that fight, though, for Paddy, though, I watched that fight too, and it was quite even on the feet. Paddy then took it to the ground, obviously, he had the advantage. But when they were striking, he didn't look, that guy he was fighting didn't look like he was like outclassed, That's the problem if you're Paddy. But Paddy obviously wanted to put the beats on him because they had beef. But if you're a Paddy hater, do you know what I mean? That was probably an encouraging video to watch because on the feet with that guy, he looked, they looked like they were on the same level.
Tapping, nothing happened.
On. Yeah.
And people were giving Paddy crap about it. But this guy actually tweeted this.
To everyone chatting shit about Paddy not letting the choke go, chill out. It's a fucking choke. I didn't even go unconscious, and it was a straightener scrap. I wasn't fully expecting that if he caught a choke, he was going to try and put me out. Don't chat shit you don't know.
So he's defending Paddy for
that's cool.
Not letting him out.
Good for them. Hopefully the beef is squashed. Now they become training partners or whatever. Kid looked pretty good on the feet. I was like, all right, Paddy has his hands full.
And even though Paddy choked him for that long, he snapped up.
I know. I thought he was going to be out. On the feet. Like,
what does that even mean, Chin? Because Paddy let him, how does Chin think chokes work? What was Chin's point even there? What point was that?
Or whatever. Kid looked pretty good on the feet. I was like, all right, Paddy has his hands full.
And even though Paddy choked him for that long, he snapped up.
I know. I thought he was going to be out. On the feet. Like, all
whatever
right,
you say, Chin.
There we go.
Whatever you say.
Then once I went to the ground, Paddy, he's special on the ground.
I just show the last. That's a long time. And he was fine.
Just chaos. The guy seems my takeaway from that guy's pretty good. I mean, the ground game, obviously, again, Paddy's very special on the ground. On the feet, you're like, kind of give him all you can.
I mean, he's an actual fighter. It's not like a regular dude that, talks.
Yeah, but he's not in the UFC, so you're like, all right, that's how they should sell.
What do you mean, so all right? So if Only people that can fight are in the UFC. No one that's not in the UFC can fight. Honestly, Brendan's fucking understanding of combat sports is fucking insane. He's not in the UFC, so I don't know what. Does that not mean he it's like, what are you talking about? If you're not in the UFC, basically you simply do not matter. If you're not in the UFC, it don't count. It don't count.
Oh, that's great. This episode of The Shop Show is brought to you by the world's first.
How are you making an ad with 4 minutes to go? This ad is right. They got a hard ad with like 3 minutes of the show left. Another ad. 56:45, and the show finishes at 1 hour 1 minute, or what? 1 hour 1 second. What?
Just got back and I'm not having fun.
First alcohol detoxifier that reduces blood alcohol content.
Listen, big up Sodazies, big up Sodazies.
You got a busy,
let me quickly.
Big day, but you want to have some.
Okay, I want to see what he says at the end.
But I'm not against it. But find.
And you know what, dude?
What? Go on.
Go ahead.
Chandler put, you don't show up, you don't get a shot. Beat me if you can, Sarukian. He put, I'm not against it, but find someone who beat you twice sounds way more compelling.
Jesus Christ, the dead air.
It's a tough fight for Chandler.
The dead air.
Oh, what do you think about RDR already calling out Hamzat and Robert Whitaker?
Yeah, that's where he's at. Okay. Whitaker's, I told you, he's going to fight heavyweight, and needs to fight our boy Yuri. But yeah, I mean, Hamzat's going to get the next shot, so that's not happening. But former one championship middleweight champion, light heavyweight champion. Yeah, that's where he's at. And he just starched Kevin Holland. Even when Kevin Holland's only won 4 out of 5, you know? Like to see him get like 2 more quality wins, but stay of the division, I guess.
Jesus Christ, man. This show.
All right, so no actual MMA stuff this weekend, but there is a BKFC with Eddie Alvarez versus Jeremy Stevens.
That's a fun one. You also got Ben Rothwell fighting Beck Rollins, who I love.
He wants to go home so badly. He wants to go home so badly.
God, look at those mug shots.
He wants to go home so badly.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'll check it out.
More Dead Air.
That's January 25th.
I will check that out.
Brutal show.
Is that it, Chinster?
That's it, dude. I mean, I don't know if you care about this one, but Nia, the Monster, he's fighting on January 24th. It's worth watching. He's a badass.
Oh, he's one of the most exciting guys in the sport. He's going to starch this poor dude.
And that's about it.
All right, kids. That's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe.
He can't get out of there quick enough. Look at that. He cannot get... The moment he shows any energy is when the show's over. That's the only time he shows actual energy and enthusiasm. He can't wait to... He can't get out there soon enough. Or he can't get out there any sooner. He does not want to be there, bro. Jesus Christ.
He's got a tan-tie girl waiting for him at home.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah. A tan-tie girl. She does kind of look like a tan-tie girl, isn't it? That's so accurate, isn't it? A tan-tie girl. She does look like a tan-tie girl here, isn't it? That's such a good point. Tan-tie girl is hilarious. Oh yeah. Brendan, man. How long is he gonna do this show for, man? How long is he gonna do this fucking show for? What's that? Brendan is learning from Kevin Holland on how to lose a few fans he has left. Bappa says this was an easy pick, Umar v Merab, yet last week he said that the main and the co were too close to bet on. This guy's the most delusional mental case there is. You haven't seen that since Tim Sylvia. You don't bet on double. Okay. Sean O'Malley had one win over top contender and you had nothing to say about that. Only praise O'Malley for the title shot. Acting like Una got embarrassed is a horrendous take. Merab shot 30 takedowns, was successful on 23% of them. And when he did get him down, Umar popped back up immediately every time. Wow, man. The MMA fans do not like him. Yeah, hey casual, Umar shot, yeah, cool. Out of all the colossal bullshit that's come out of Brendan's mouth, him counting Oliveira, not as an actual 1-5er, but as a 145 is the most atrocious one. So he means to say that the most dominant champ in the 155 division after Khabib left wasn't a 155er. Dustin peaked post Khabib, and he counts him out as well. At this moment, I'm really concerned for Brendan. He really needs rehabilitation and some horse dose medication. Yo, they hate him, bro. MMA fans hate his takes. Atrocious. Yeah, there we go. Atrocious. Brendan saying Oliveira isn't a true 55er when he was a champion of that division is a pretty bad take. If anything, there's an argument to be made that he never should have been fighting at 145 since he had more success at 155. Wow. They are going hard. They are not happy with him at all. Bro, Umar is that guy, but no one on earth can't keep up with Merab's cardio. Nobody's beating Merab for the next couple of years anyway. Did anyone else notice Atrocious? This guy is a heater. Oh my god. Now trying to discredit Islam's win over Oliveira when picking Oliveira to beat him over the fight. What a complete clown this guy is. Yeah, Brendan seems to have a thing about Dagestanians or Dagestani people. Is it Dagestani? I guess it's Dagestani. He seems to have a thing against them. I don't know if it's like him trying to be like, it's this weird like patriotism thing he's doing. It's like white pride, America first thing. I don't know what he's doing, but he seems to have a real bee in his bonnet about like going against whenever someone from Dagestan is fighting. He always goes against them. Whoever's the opponent, he says they're gonna win. He seems to have a real bit. I don't know if it's hate or because he finds their style boring. I don't know what it is, but he doesn't like the guys from Dagestan at all. Merab is an energizer bunny decision machine. Look at Merab's face and Umar's face after the fight. Alexander Volkanovsky is funny. His takes are so out of touch, it's crazy. Wow, they're not liking his touch. I remember after the O'Malley fight, a bunch of Assault fans said, yeah, they don't like him, man. Brendan's not getting a lot of love in the comments here. They don't like his takes. They think he's fucking redacted. Are we surprised? I'm not surprised. I hope you're not surprised, because guess what? I'm not surprised. So let's quickly move on. Let's do a bit of TFATK Reddit actually before we. Let's do a bit of TFATK Reddit. What have I missed out on here? Let's do a bit of TFATK Reddit, then we'll move on. Okay. What have I missed out? We did the wedding. Oh yeah, look at this one. While we're on topic of weddings, look at this. Do you remember this? I completely forgot about this. I big up the person who posted this on the TFATK subreddit. Brilliant. This is Slojo in 2020, May 24th, 2020. 1 year ago today, we tied a knot, aka eloped. We didn't have a fancy wedding. We had no witnesses but my brother. I was 2.5 months pregnant, and it was a beautiful and perfect day. A ceremony so intimate. After 6 years of being together, almost 2 kids, we decided that May 24th was the day that I get to be Mrs. Shorb. One day maybe we'll have a huge wedding, but if we don't, I have a ring of my dreams, the man of my dreams, the life I've always wanted, and the kids I've always dreamed of. To many more years of you peeling oranges off for me and driving each other crazy, but going to bed knowing we're perfect for each other. And thanks COVID for letting us celebrate our first year by staying home. Hashtag Brendan Shorb, hashtag Joanna Shorb, hashtag married. It's funny though, because I'm still confused how this happened, because there's no way this lady who goes to other people's weddings dressed like this would be happy with a wedding like that. There's no way. I don't believe it. There's no way. So I wonder what happened for them to do this. I wonder if this was like a elope thing off the back of him cheating again. Like, you know how it happened with the house? How allegedly that house thing was due to him handing that girl a note, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Was it a note? Yeah, I think that was a note. I think that him buying his mother-in-law the house was a consequence of him getting caught handing that girl a note during the live stream that he did with like DC and Tyson and shit. So I wonder if this was also one of those consequences of like, okay, cool, you got caught texting someone you shouldn't text. Here you go, you know? Oh, and by the way, look how different her face is compared to her brother. All the work that got done. He looks like an actual Mexican guy. She kind of looks Mexican here, but look how different she looks to her brother on the face. You know, they look like they're different races. It's pretty wild, isn't it? Like, her brother's got what her face that she should have, and she doesn't have the face that she should have. But I wonder what happened. I wonder what caused this. Because there's no way this lady was okay with this type of wedding. She wanted something more fancy for sure. Horses, doves, you know, maybe little doggies, you know, something. There's no way she was happy with this. There was no way. Or maybe that's why she's doing that, actually. Come to think of it. Maybe she was happy with it. And maybe now she regrets it. So that's why she goes to other people's weddings dressed like, you know, she's actually the bride. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Either way, that's a funny fucking story, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. But also a good ranger for Brad Papa. He has a wife that doesn't complain for the most part in public, doesn't demand much of him, lets him go and do his kind of quote man boy things when it seems like it would be easy to just be mad at him for not attending some of your friends' events. He has a pretty good life, man. Pretty decent setup, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty envious of the ability to like get away with murder socially. Honestly, I wish I had that luxury. We did the return of Gringo Pappy as well, didn't we? You're right. Yep, return of Gringo Pappy most likely happening with Eric Griffin. Eric Griffin's doing a show at Flappers Comedy Club and Restaurant, and it seems like from what Eric Griffin said at the end of the Golden Hour, it seems like he's gonna get Brendan to come back to do stand-up comedy. So we might see Brendan back on stage again. We might get some clips of Brendan performing on stage. I can't wait. I, for one, cannot wait. Because, you know, the guy I think who's the worst comedian out all these guys put together is probably Luis J. Gomez. When it comes to like level of ability and like years spent doing comedy. So if Luis J. Gomez can carve a career doing stand-up, I think Brendan can too. It seems a bit crazy to say that, but I think if Luis J. Gomez can do it, Brendan can do it too. So I'm curious and eager to see how this plays out. Brendan's big return to stand-up comedy, which is going to happen what? Wednesday. So it's this week, yeah. So it's tomorrow. So I'll keep an eye out for that as well. We might see something on social media, but it looks like Brendan's going to be doing stand-up again. It looks like. Let's see. Actually, we'll find out later today, isn't it? With TFATK, they might announce it at the end of TFATK. So I guess we'll find out later if that is true or not. Next, what else we have here? What else we got here to talk about? The interns. Yeah, let's play this one. The interns. This is a good little clip. We got the person uploaded this one. The interns.
I go to my friend's podcast and he has 10 people working for him. And I was like, what are all these people doing? What do they do? Like, what are they doing? Like, this is crazy. Like, why?
Again, I'm still going to stay. I don't like this stuff that Rogan does, where he talks about his friends for his podcast, or he talks to his friends through his podcast. Like, he sends them these, like, messages, you know? Joe's not happy about how many people you have on your show. Joe sees everything. Joe is only that kind of, like, weird sneak diss sort of thing. I don't like it. He does this often. I'm not a fan of it because he knows what he's doing. He does it obviously to send a message and to get you to text him and blah blah blah. So just say it to their faces. Say like, why have you got the same people in your office? You know, like I don't know, pull them to one side if they're your friend. These fucking messages through the pod. It's so lame.
Why you have all these people? And then they have interns.
Anyway,
you have people.
You lost all that weight. You're crushing it.
You lost 260 pounds?
Yeah. That's right, Brian.
It's incredible.
And then he's been such a good person, such a loyal person. I said, dude, how about you come to Thick Boy? And
that's a weird thing to say about somebody you don't know, innit? It's about George. He's been such a good and loyal person. What does that even mean? You don't know him though. He just knows you for the pod. How's he been loyal with such a good person when you don't really know him? Such a weird compliment to give somebody. Like you can tell he doesn't really have friends or socialize with regular people, innit? Because like, what? You've been such a good and loyal person. Compared to what?
intern for 30 days. Just get you out of your rut, you know, doing, because, you know, his background, which we can get into another time.
You're making millions of dollars.
By the way, they never got into his background. I don't think they ever sat him down on a show for an interview even. He lost all that weight. He was a big fan of Brendan. He loved TFATK. Then they ended up firing him to obviously cut costs. But I don't think they ever once sat him down for an interview to talk about shit. He might have done an interview with Chappelle. But Chappelle's channel doesn't exist anymore. He might have done an interview with Chappelle's show. Remember when Chappelle had his little show on TFATK? Oh, sorry, Under Thick Boy. I think he might have done one on there, but they didn't do one show to, like, you know, introduce him to the fans. He just appeared out of nowhere, smiling with that fucking redacted smile he has.
And they're working for free? Like, I don't agree with interns.
Yeah.
Like, I would never have an intern. If I had an intern,
pay that person.
I would pay them.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I agree that, by the way. That's actually a good way to go about things. But I think a lot of these guys, Brendan included, they want to feel like they're running a network. They want to feel like they're running a production company. You know, that's what they want to feel like. Because I think most of them have a bee in their body about maybe being overlooked and maybe not being, maybe not being given the respect that they think they deserve. So I get why they're like that. I understand it. Don't like it, but I get it.
A little bit of work, man, that don't scare us. I get up, I go hard like I'm George Harris. Make plays, break.
To be fair, I don't think Shrimp was an intern. Oddly enough, I think Brendan did pay everybody, even if it was like, pittance. I still think he gave everyone money. I don't think there was anybody working for Brendan that was working for free. I doubt it. Obviously, maybe BJ in the beginning because he's a redactor, he didn't negotiate something, but I don't think anyone else was. So technically, he's not not a flipping, an intern. But I guess the shoe fits.
Break lanes, push rate, break chains, go hard, kick ass, take names. Fuck being good, I'ma be great. I'm gonna carry that way. Earn my stripes, my merits. I gotta go hard like I'm George Harris. Drop off the weight like I'm Uncle George.
Oh yeah. Where's she now, man? Is she still about? She's still on social media, I'm assuming, right? What's her name again? Is it KJ, AJ? I think MJ. I think it's MJ. I think her name's MJ. This was the eye candy before Cat. Yeah, this is before Cat. Before it goes Special K, Cat. No, actually, wasn't there like some Eritrean girl that Brian Callen was friends with? There was like some Somalian Eritrean girl. That was the eye candy producer person, I think. I'm sure there was, or intern role. I'm sure there was some like Eritrean woman. But yeah, but MJ was definitely before Cat for sure. That MJ was definitely before Cat, and Brian liked what he saw. He saw what he liked. You know what I mean?
Pushing forward, haters talk, he ignore him. The lifeguard just the whip forward when he grind.
Yeah, I think he gets paid too. By the way, Fucking Black guy gets paid. That's Special K. She definitely got paid. That guy gets paid as well.
It's gonna be a very good fight for me.
But then you say Leon, but then he's
Brother,
got
who this guy? He don't have question. He does just listen us.
Yeah, he.
Look at George's face. Look at George's fucking face, man. Look at his little face. Look at his little face. Jesus Christ, George, man. Oh, God Almighty. What are you saying, Johnny Sneed? Somali girl chewing to visit. No, it's not that one. There was another girl. There was another girl that I don't think it was the same girl. I think it was another. Maybe it was the same girl. Huh? I don't think it was. I think it was another one. But there was definitely a girl from that sort of part of the world on TFATK as the kind of intern woman thing. I think there was.
Listen us.
Yeah, he just produces this. He listens to us.
By the way, the way these guys speak to the Dagestani guys with that broken English thing is so cringe. By the way, he say when you wrestle him, you put him ground. I just speak to them normally. What is this like weird way of speaking to them, like in their accent? Like that's their accent, because obviously, English isn't their first language. And then these guys are, say when he say you touch him, you give him back shots. He say you lay him down, face down, bum up, and you give him back shot. It's like, what? So odd. They understand what you're saying. They understand English pretty well. They're quite eloquent also when they speak. Just talk to them normally. You don't need to be like, and no, he say touch him back. You only touch him arm. Like what? Alright, whatever you say. Whatever you say, he said, you say. Adonis. I'm just going to leave this here. You be the judge. Okay, pick up this user. We be the judge. What's be the judge about then? What are they being judged about? On the left, you got a shirt that says Anti-Electric Vehicle Club. And this picture was uploaded on February 24th, 2024. And on the right, you've got Anti-Electric Vehicle Club, which is by Brendan. And that was uploaded, what, recently? This year? I think this year. So this is another idea Brendan stole. I don't think this is fair to say he stole this, because I think a lot of people probably came up with this because it's a play on anti-social social club, right? Somewhat a bit of a cult, famous streetwear brand set up by Neek Lurk, who used to be a big poster on Lactal back in the day. So this is just a play, a parody of a anti-social club. I don't think it's about them stealing ideas, because it's not that, and it's not that an impressive an idea to steal anyway. You know, I think the person who did it needs to chill. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's just like, if it is a steal job, you know, whatever. Personally, I would have gone for anti-electric car club, but I guess maybe he was conscious about maybe not having 2 C's, or maybe just got scared about asking someone for weights. I don't know, but I think anti-electric car club will be far harder than vehicle, you know. But hey, what do I know? Nada. Cool. Ruling on skits and bits. Oh, we got new skits and bits. I ain't watched one in ages. Big up Luke Thomas and fucking Brian Campbell, the real CEO. Let's see what I'm going here. No, he's a co-CEO. Him and Erwan is share the CEO honor. They share the honor. Let's see what he does to say.
All right, Luke, you know, people that are shorter than people realize that are celebrities, you know, they have this trick where they take pictures and they stand on their toes.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy does it. Yeah.
Yeah, he does that. Let's watch this. So here's some pics of him taking pictures with fans. But you know, there was one picture where he didn't stand on his toes. Did you see it?
Was it next to Danny DeVito or something?
Close. Luke. Here's some footage. Yep, see, on his toes. Take a picture with fans.
These are all athletes, though.
Don't let him know. Oh boy, that flat-footed. Look, flat-footed.
Okay, you got me. I didn't know that was coming. That's okay. That's funny.
Danny DeVito. That's actually quite close. That was actually quite close. Rogan and DeVito are the same person. Oh my god, that was brilliant. Big up Brian Campbell. Big up fucking Brian Campbell. That was fucking brilliant. He got him hook, line, and sinker. We got to play that one more time. He got him hook, line, and sinker. Big up Luke Thomas also for being a good sport. Big up Luke for being a good sport. We got to play that one more time.
All right, Luke, you know, people that are shorter than people realize that are celebrities, you know, they have this trick where they take pictures and they stand on their toes.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy does it. Yeah.
Yeah, he does that. Let's watch this. So here's some pics of him taking pictures with fans. But you know, there was one picture where he didn't stand on his toes. Did you see it?
Was it next to Danny DeVito or something?
Close, Luke. Here's some footage. Yep, see, on his toes. Take a picture with fans.
These are all athletes, though.
Don't let him know. Oh boy, that flat-footed. Look, flat-footed.
Okay, you got me. I didn't know that was coming. That's okay. That's funny.
So good.
That's funny. That's a good
All
one.
right.
We got fucking BC. Skits and bits. Skits and fucking bits. It never, ever, ever gets old. Gotta love. Blood Clot BC. What have we got here? What else happened here? Oh, the Mustang giveaway is delayed by 3 weeks due to fires. What? Huh? What's the Mustang giveaway is delayed? Isn't it over though? Hold on, what's happening?
Gas.com. Get you some. All right. And we're doing the giveaway Mustang this Wednesday. Seems now safe with the fire. So stay tuned. The gentleman who won the vehicle will get it this Wednesday. All right.
Oh, that's the guy that was saying that how he manifested it, right? That was that weird influencer guy who said he manifested it. I was dreaming of it, all this sort of nonsense. So he's going to get it on Wednesday, allegedly. This car giveaway thing is such a scam, isn't it? It's something feels so fishy about it. I don't know what exactly, but it feels so fishy.
Hey kids, love you. Like, subscribe, do all the fancy stuff. I'm out.
Yeah, you don't want to be there at all. Wow, so that guy is only getting his car now because of the fires in LA. Where's the car though? Is it in LA too? Why didn't he get it sooner? Why did he have to wait so long to get it? Did the guy go on holiday or something? Like, strange, isn't it? That he wasn't able to get it sooner. Now only now he's getting a hold of the car. What else happened here? Oh yeah, we got Joe is clearly wearing a hype. That's actually a funny picture actually. Donald Trump, Joe, and fucking Dana White. Hilarious picture. Let's continue. What else we got there? We got Cameo, headphones on. Let's see this one. This is definitely an old studio. And this is definitely Chris pre-allegations. Look how bright his face looks. Look how hopeful his eyes are, you know? Dreaming, trying to achieve his dreams. Auditions, movies, this, that.
I got Cameo and I put it on for $1,000 because I saw other people were doing them for like $50. Dude, here's the deal. I'm not recording personal messages for people for like fucking $30 a pop. Dude, I'm not going out there. Hey, Jason, heard it was your birthday.
I bet now he does it though. I bet now he does it. I bet now he does it since he's been cancelled. He was so arrogant when he wasn't cancelled, isn't it? So cocky, so self-assured.
Hey, Chris D'Elia here. Live it up, no dents. And send it to him. Like, and then you get that for fucking 30. It's not worth it to me.
Oh, really, dude?
Exactly. So I put it up. I was like, what's the most I could charge? $1,000. No way I'm doing it for less than $1,000. No fucking way.
Wow. Look at him. He's on there now. He's got some good reviews. He's got 4.90 stars. He replies in 24 hours and his rate is £164. Didn't he say he's never gonna? Oh, damn, son.
Really, dude?
I want to be the most expensive guy on Cameo. Don't give a fuck, okay? I'm not doing it. All right? I'll make money other ways.
Yeah,
look at it. Pauly Shore, 150. Pauly's fine. Brian Callen, $100. The fuck are you doing? The fuck are you doing?
At least they were doing it for, you know, for just money's sake, and they were doing it early on, and they didn't really lie to themselves about their credibility, about their appeal, whatever. He still thinks he has the appeal of, you know, of a guy like that. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Let's see what he says in the car here.
What's up?
Hey, Jason. Heard it was your birthday. Hey, Chris D'Elia here. Live it up. No dents. No dents. No dents. Chris D'Elia here. I'm not doing it. No way I'm doing it for less than $1,000. No fucking way. You think I wouldn't do it for 50 grand? You're out of your fucking mind, dude. I want to be the most expensive guy on Cameo. Don't give a fuck, okay? It's not worth it to me, okay? Be a fan, cool. Not recording personal messages all day to make fucking $700. You know what I'm saying? This is not my bag. Also,
it's just a nice thing to do with your fans, Chris. It's not that deep, mate. It's just a nice thing to do with your fans.
no dents, no dents, no dents, no dents, no dents.
Fucking Chris D'Elia, right? Fucking Chris D'Elia. If it doesn't involve him, it doesn't involve anybody else. Double knee brace rub, right?
I knew he was in trouble when I saw the double knee brace. You haven't seen that since what? Tim Sylvia? You know that ain't good. You see a double knee brace? I was like, oh no!
Like pulling
at
both
his
your
age,
hammies.
like this ain't
Like
this
pulling
ain't
two of your hammies.
ideal.
Cool.
If you had money on me and you see a double knee brace,
Okay.
You can't bet on double knee braces. That's Tim Sylvia back in the day. He ain't. 2025 double knee brace? No. You can't have double knee brace. You can't do it.
Okay.
It's not what we do.
Cool. Good story. Good story there, my friend. Theo figuring it out. Yeah, we saw that already. I think so. Woman monologues. Miku Madonna. This is hilarious. What? Miku Madonna. ISIS diet. Okay, cool. Don't dad. We're so back. Oh, Papa. Oh, see, this is Oh, Papa. What's this about? Who's this from? Oh, Papa from the account. The Anti-Hero Podcast. Just saw Brendan Schaub's blindly defended, TK. That's pretty disappointing. And also, we would not pass any hate towards him or his podcast. Damn, son. Damn. That jacket is so nice, though. Super good. Super good. Good. Oh, come on. What did they say here? Let me see. I think that's it for the post, isn't it, right? Cool, we did that, we did this. What else have we got to do? Oh, shit. What else happened here? I think that's it there, in terms of the post on there. We're so back. What's this about? We're so back. Courtesy of the red. What's that? We're so back. We're so back. So us. Okay, I don't get it. That's it. Oh, so back USA. Cool. Okay. Anyway, let's move on for that one. Let's move on. We're not Saturday Night Live. We can't do the t-shirt guy. Is too disgusting. We did the Kenny thing. Islam moving up, we did as well. Golden Hour. We can watch a bit of Golden Hour. Let's react a little bit to Poetic Flocko as well. Let's do a little bit of No Jumper. I'll do a bit of No Jumper. Poetic Flocko versus Point and Shoot the channel. So Poetic Flocko, the fat dude from No Jumper, and Whack are trying to get this channel called Point and Shoot that I love and subscribe to and check out all his videos. They're trying to get him banned, basically. They're trying to get him, you know, copyright struck and essentially terminated. So let's see what the latest development here is.
Because you don't have sex, right?
It's voluntary though. We both have taken
That's not a girlfriend. I mean, think about it. In theory, if I were to date Jala's ex-girlfriend, all right, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about my legal battles that I'm dealing with right now with these two idiots. So let me just explain what's been going on. So I had made a video exposing all of the deception of the Jala.
Frederick Jala is my real name.
And how he sent me a copyright strike just to get my information. He admitted to this in a video.
Getting your identity by forcing you out of your rabbit hole with this copyright strike.
And I talked about how he lied to his own audience about why he sent me the copyright strike. And I had this whole 50-minute video all covering Jala. Frederick Minyango Jala Tokpa. Okay, he's got many names. Some people just call him Jala the Hutt, which is one of my favorites. And so I had this video explaining the copyright strikes and everything else, and the video got taken down, and I want to explain why it got taken down. It was taken down via copyright strike from a guy named Troy Terrain. And for those who don't know who Troy Terrain is, he is DJ Star from the Star and Buck Wild Show, a former radio show from the East Coast, very successful back in the day. But unfortunately, DJ Star wrecked his own career and had an epic fall from grace that he never really recovered from. I mean, his career is fucking, I mean, his ass got fucking fired.
Competing DJs caught in the middle, a 4-year-old girl. Eyewitness News reporter Jeff Rawson here now with the story. Jeff?
Clearly this feud is getting out of control. DJ Star from Power 105 actually went on the air and threatened sexual assault against a 4-year-old girl. That girl is the daughter of a rival DJ on High 97. Tonight, DJ Star has been suspended. Now local leaders want him arrested.
So this failure of a disgraced former DJ sent me a false copyright strike to try to silence me, because I was shitting on him in the video about Jala, and he didn't like that very much. And I don't think he realized who he was messing with, but he sent me this false DMCA copyright strike takedown. It's a legal action. See, what Jala and Troy Terrain don't understand is that sending a copyright strike on YouTube is a legal action. Exactly. It's not just some little game that YouTube allows you to play. That's actually a legal action that YouTube has tools for built into their platform. So these people are actually like bringing legal action against people by sending copyright strikes. I'm not sure if they're aware of that. But luckily for me, it doesn't matter if they're aware of the law. If you break the law, it doesn't matter if you don't know the law. You have to know the law if you're going to use it like this. So it doesn't matter if they claim ignorance, they're still liable, okay? And my theory on this, in my opinion, I think that Jala and DJ Star, aka Troy Terrain, are doing this because it's a way that they found that they can get videos taken down and cause direct harm to YouTube channels that they don't like. So so this is what I've been dealing with. Troy Terrain got my entire Poetic Jala video taken down. The 50-minute video got taken down for copyright infringement, because for a few seconds in that video, I showed a screenshot of Troy Terrain's YouTube homepage. And he says that he owns copyright for the profile picture and the thumbnails, and that I've infringed upon him, and that I'm causing him damages. He said he's suing me for $5,000. The guy is out of his fucking mind. He's an old kook. And so he's sending me this because he says he doesn't want to be involved in drama. That's what he said in the email. He reached out and said, hey, could you edit out the part that I'm in and you can just go after Jala? And I said, absolutely 100% no. You are involved. And so it became apparent that Star just doesn't like being talked about, especially in a negative way. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to talk about him in a negative way, and there's absolutely nothing he can do about it. There will be no copyrighted nothing. I'm actually going to show you guys clippings from the New York Times. This is a news publication. This article's still up for everyone to go read. And I do want to say that I believe that DJ Star is going to be pretty furious about this. So I'm going to enjoy this very much talking about this. And this is not defamation. This is all just the news.
Arrested over his
I'm not alleging anything. I don't know anything. I'm just reading and reacting and interpreting the news. And I would like to say that I don't intend to defame or depopularize DJ Star in any way. I'm just trying to illustrate my point as to why I think that he sent me a copyright strike. It was to suppress this. And unfortunately for DJ Star, this is public information, and he is a public figure, and this is a matter of public concern. Okay, so I'm
surprised he even went this far, though. If he's got all of this in his locker, or if the laws basically side with point and shoot, I wonder why it got this far. Why did YouTube have to let it get to this point before stepping in? Because it's clear he's in the right here. Pretty wild, isn't it? Like, it's a small place we should be kind of sharing it a little bit, and it's like, god damn it, man. I'm eating your dinner at the same time you're fucking making it. Crazy.
Actually engaged in constitutionally protected commentary. So let's start from the top. It says DJ is arrested over his threat to rival's child. Threat to rival's child? Well, what did he say? And it says right here, it says, detectives yesterday arrested a popular disc jockey with one of the city's leading hip-hop stations for making on-air threats to track down and abuse a 4-year-old daughter of a rival. What? That's what he did. I'll come for your kids, Mr. Terrain said that day, adding that he would pay $500 to anyone who told him where the girl attended school. Okay, that's absolutely 100% disgusting. What? That's creepy as fuck. I'm glad that you got arrested, okay? I am extremely happy that this happened to you. As a matter of fact, I might celebrate this tonight. I might open up a bottle of wine, maybe put out some cheese and some nice apple slices or something just to celebrate this. I mean, could you imagine how bad you would have to be to say something like this? Troy Terrain allegedly said, and this is a quote from this thing, Troy Terrain says, if you didn't hear me, I said I would like to do an R. Kelly on your seed, on your little baby girl. Wow, so that's incredibly disturbing and disgusting on all fronts. I mean, to say that you would like to perform an R. Kelly on anyone, much less a little child, a little tiny 4-year-old child. I mean, to say that, you got to have something wrong with you. And I'm just so glad that the DA filed charges and that his career was ruined over this. I really don't think he was joking. I think he may have been serious. And I also want to say that this article says that Troy Terrain said mean things about Asian people. He said that DJ Envy's wife is a lo mein eater and that she is an Asian slant-eyed whore. So this Troy Terrain guy is one sick son of a bitch, and this is why I think he doesn't want people talking about him. And I don't think that he wants people talking about this. So I encourage people to talk about this. This is an issue of public concern. Okay, this is news. It's newsworthy. Now,
okay, cool. Well, my friends, that was that was an interesting video from Project for including what's it called, point and shoot. I wish point and shoot all the best, man. I really do hope he's able to counter those copyright strikes. That's really sick when people exploit and basically use those things for malice to bring people down. I think that stuff is super shit. But it seems to be okay and kind of excused a bit in that no jumper world. Like, I think Adam22's done that too to him. He's given him false copyright strikes. So they seem to be okay with doing that sort of stuff, and they're all YouTubers. That's such a faux pas. You're not allowed to do that or meant to do that at all. You should never put copyright strikes in to cancel somebody or to silence them. You know, it really is fucking lame. So I hope Point and Shoot gets it sorted, because I do like his channel. And he's a really good addition into this whole, no jumper verse, extended, community, all that sort of stuff. He does a good job of melding those things together. So hopefully he is able to fight these fucking charges. Anyways, my friends, for now, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I'm going to have to love you and leave you and come back again tomorrow. I'm going to probably do a Taz in between. I might even record some actual content to put on here as members only. And make some clips too. So I'll be back again later on today. I'm going to go sleep now. Obviously, maybe hit the gym as well tomorrow. And I'm going to do a Taz tomorrow. And then later on, we'll do another random show. But for now, and also I've got a pack too, because I'm going to Berlin on Thursday. So I've got a pack too. I actually want to do something that I never ever do, which is actually pack before my flight, because I always pack on the day and I'm leaving on Thursday. So I want to try and pack most of my stuff tomorrow, so that I can just like, if I have any last minute things, I can throw them in. But I want to get all my packing done by tomorrow, so that's also what I'm going to be doing. So you'll see me sometime towards in the day, and obviously random show will be later on in the evening. I'll probably try and do a random show earlier my time, maybe try and do 11 p.m. to give some people from the UK time to watch it too. And then obviously I'll be back again later on my time to do a random show, probably 11 p.m. But then tomorrow during the day I'll do a Taz. So if you're around, check me out. I shall be here. You know where to find me. Again, just to remind people, if you haven't voted, please vote. If you haven't voted, please vote. I'm doing a vote to find out what you guys want to see from me when it comes to members only content. Are you okay with having me put one of these streams I do behind a paywall, one stream per week, for all the streams I do, or would you prefer that I do specific member only content? The poll is available now on the channel. Just click the community tab and you'll find a poll there. So make sure you vote. By tomorrow afternoon I'll close it, and whatever you guys say, I'll go with that. Whatever you guys say, I will go with that going forward. So make sure you get your votes in. There's also a Discord link down in the stream chat. There should be. If not, the Discord link should be in the description. Join the Discord link as well if you want to be a part of the show. Also, if you want to just take part in a little community that's there, a lot of really good people there. People recommend videos. People shoot the shit. So join the Discord if you please as well. But that's enough yapping for me. Thank you for tuning in, people. I'll see you again later on today. But for now, take care, people. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.